It's time.
Pasta and chocolate dinner.
Oh, it's
And do the cheek bones.
Pasta dinner.
Donating pet food is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
I'm Bijan Robinson, running back for the Atlanta Falcons. Mental health makes me a better person and athlete just because whenever my mind is clear, I perform so much better. So mental health for me is the priority because it controls everything in your body and it gives you the chance to be the best physically you can be.
My dad was a farmer, and when I saw him on a horse, the guy was bigger than life. One of the things that he had a hard time doing was showing the emotion. Maybe it was because the way he was raised or believing that men provide and they don't struggle, but we all struggle. I want to show emotion to my kids. I want them to know when I'm happy, I want them to know when I'm sad, and I want them to see me working through things. The biggest reward I get from being a dad is watching my kids accomplish a goal, watching them light up. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face. So I make my kids a priority. Whether it's hitting a baseball, a dance rehearsal, you name it, I'm there. They're gonna remember that they grew up loved. Be brave. Be there every day. And allow your kids to know that it's okay to struggle. That even dad doesn't know the answer sometimes, but we're gonna figure it out together.
Okay, so before we come over, can I ask a few questions?
Yeah, sure.
Do you have any pets?
Yes, we have a dog, but she's little.
Do you have any unlocked guns around the house?
We do have a gun, but it's stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access. I appreciate you asking.
Yeah, of course. So does Friday work?
Sounds good to me.
All right, we'll bring pizza.
Walk-off home run.
Here's a shot to the right side.
This is shaping up to be
scrappy play down inside.
Shot by Dantovius Cummings. Julian Jefferson.
Still scoreless, just getting started.
What's the foul?
Xavier is going to run the play. Bears toss this to the back corner of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Pikeville. Ty Perkins, his first touchdown of the season.
And a textbook offensive drive for the U-Pike Bears, getting anything they wanted, getting the ball downfield, getting it to their playmakers, and Xavier Malone finishing it off with a gorgeous pass to Perkins.
Really nice score that makes it 6-0. This is up away and between the uprights. 7-0. U-Pike Bears out ahead on the road. We'll break and return with more college football on SESN.
We didn't come to fix Marco's brakes because it was convenient or fast. We did it because Marco has bigger fish to fry and a lot of hungry people to feed. Krause Family Ford. Passion drives purpose.
An early lead for the Pikeville Bears over the Reinhardt Eagles. 7-0 with 10:58 to play in the first. And now the Eagles will receive the ball from U-Pike wearing their home navies. Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson, a beautiful Saturday afternoon for an Appalachian Athletic Conference championship game. Going to be fielded from inside of the end zone. Return man across the 10, out to the 15, 20, 25, 30. Cuts it back and dragged down from behind to the 35. Nice hustle play by Tyrus McKee, the senior from Billerica.
So now we're going to see this Reinhardt offense get a chance to answer what was an absolute surgical drive from the U-Pike Bears. That U-Pike offense getting involved early.
And this is a look at the Reinhardt University offense. We'll get into the players to watch for this game in a little bit, even though we've already seen a full drive. But Austin Davis on the edge, a couple of favorite targets at receiver, and just all around a great-looking offense for the Eagles this season. Right up the middle, Colbert bouncing outside, midfield stripe and more. Oh, baby, going on a jump down inside the red zone, dives to the pylon, just short, no, touchdown, Reinhardt University Eagles. The immediate response from Jock Colbert.
And Jock Colbert showing why he has established himself as one of the best running backs in Reinhardt program history. First carry on senior day. How about a 6 spot, Mr. Colbert?
And so it's one touchdown for one, 7-6, separated by a point. We've run about 9 plays and seen 13 scored.
And how's that for an answer if you're the Reinhardt Eagles, getting the ball to your best playmaker and letting him go to work?
Now for the point after try, it's the Pikeville Bears. On the way, this one will go right between the uprights to tie us 7-all between these two teams on the campus of Reinhardt University in Waleska, Georgia. Instead of taking a break, though, we got a chance to meet the lineup of the Reinhardt Eagle offense. Let's get to know our player to watch. It's funny because we talked about it, and I was like, well, we got to watch the quarterbacks because of Xavier Malone. You wanted to watch the running backs, and it looks like you were right because Colbert goes off on that first play. But player to watch for Reinhardt, Taylor Jackson, and he's had a nice year.
Absolutely. He has had a very nice season, and I wanted to touch on the running backs because we're talking about 2 first-team all-conference running backs, and Jock Colbert for Reinhardt, Amon Williams for the University of Pikeville. But Taylor Jackson is going to be a very important player for this Reinhardt offense. The way that he commands the offense and controls the tempo, he's going to be their most impactful player today.
And the player we're going to see again in a moment that's already got one touchdown on the board, a man who has scored dozens this season, 21 through the air, 3,200 yards, it's Xavier Malone.
And he is the NAIA leader in passing yards per game.
Return man down the sideline, beats a couple, 30-yard line and more, dragged down by the Reinhardt Eagles.
Last time that U-Pike offense was on the field, it was a surgical drive, getting anything they wanted, being able to meticulously pick apart that Reinhardt defense. We'll see if they can do it yet again.
We took a look at the Reinhardt offense. This is the offense of the Pikeville Bears. Up front, it's Brooks, Akins, Turk, Lee, and Bookman. Gabe Bookman, a senior from Vincent, Ohio, a graduate student at right guard from Chickamauga, Georgia. Out of Gordon Lee, Michael Akins, and the native of Pikeville, the sophomore at left tackle, and Zachary Brooks. Back underway. Malone right over the middle. It's caught, and this nearly moves the chains down to the 45-yard line.
And that's sort of the position that U-Pike offense puts you in. They have so many different weapons on the outside. They just spread you out, and Xavier Malone has been so effective and efficient at getting the ball into the hands of the playmakers this season.
10 minutes still to play in the first quarter of action as this goes right up the middle, and he churns his way beyond the line to gain. Super important piece for them out of the backfield all season long. Really nice gain on the ground by Amon Williams. He scored 10 total touchdowns and caught another through the air. He's over 1,000 combined yards of offense.
And he absolutely gashed this Reinhardt defense one season ago. He had over 180 yards on the ground in U-Pike's upset win last season.
Fakes the give. Malone tosses this, and it's caught. What a trap. Flashed the gloves, faded backwards, and just pulls it in and hooks it against his chest, dribbling with a nice grab.
Yeah, and a lot of the credit goes to Malone for how this U-Pike offense has looked throughout this season. But those receivers, those guys make plays. Those are some very nice and effective targets within Coach Phipp's offense.
On 1st and 10, Bears end around as he runs his way up the sideline for a nice gain again. Peter Zamora coming in on an interesting look.
But that's another guy to watch out for on that U-Pike offense. Number 2, Jordan Williams. He's been one of the better receivers in the conference. 89 receptions for 892 yards. But someone that they get involved in different ways as well in the screen game, jet sweep action. They're going to try to get him the ball early and often.
Fakes it to 2 again. Pressure coming off the edge. Trying to survive in the pocket, and he's snowed under. It's a Navy mudslide coming down on top of him, bodies from all directions. And the first out of the pile is the true freshman.
Yes, Darius Jordan, the Burt County alum, making a play. He's been out for a few games due to injury, but showing why he's someone that Coach Miller is going to count on for some consistent pressure.
Multiple sacks on the season now with that play as we've got 8 minutes still to play in the first. 3rd down and long for the Pikeville Bears. University of Pikeville, it's loud in Waleska, Georgia. Malone fakes the give, tosses it over the middle, caught. The big guy rumbles his way forward. The safety is able to make the tackle, but Grant Scott is just colossal. How do you cover a guy with that much range?
Exactly, and he's such a very difficult guy to cover in those situations because he's usually bigger and stronger than the defensive backs that try to cover him. But he's quicker than a lot of the linebackers that try to cover him in space. So Grant Scott stopping him, that's going to be a big question for this Eagle defense.
Sliding off the end. Great vision by the ball carrier. That's a really well-seasoned, really well-coached running back. You see how he followed the hips of the offensive line looking for that hole, and as soon as he found one, he just stuck his nose up in it.
Yeah, and a lot of the credit goes to that U-Pike passing attack. Again, Xavier Malone deserves a lot of credit for what he's done this season, but as soon as you start to count on that passing attack doing damage, that's when Amon Williams makes his plays.
2nd down as it's Pepper. Long toss to the sideline is caught. Evades one and a second defender right there. He's able to escape, but out of play. Nice catch. Just couldn't quite escape a pair of defensive backs that are all over him. Jamari Major, the true freshman out of North Cobb in Kennesaw, Georgia, and he's just shut down.
But something to watch out for. Why this U-Pike offense is so efficient, they're really good at the layups. Those quick screens, quick action, those inside dives, 4 yards here, 3 yards here, just keeps their offense moving down the field in anticipation of a big play coming later on.
84% success in the red zone this season. They are now 43 of 51, 43 touchdowns. They've scored a touchdown every time they've reached and scored. There's the give to the right, knifes his way up inside for a gain, and it's 1st and goal for the Pikeville Bears from inside of the 10-yard line.
So yeah, back to that conundrum that this offense presents. You're spread out wide trying to cover those great receivers, so now it opens up creases for those running backs to run through. Just a little bit of a little sliver of space. That's all they need to make something happen.
Pikeville Bears on 1st and goal from inside of the 10-yard line. 5:55 still to play in the first. Man in motion is Pepper. Malone hands it off to him, and he is swarmed. That defensive line not fooled at all. And so much power on both sides, but nice little power slip move to get through the run block.
Exactly, and that Reinhardt defensive line stepping up in a major way on that play. A group that has really grown over the course of this season. A lot more younger guys getting some reps as the year has gone on, and they're going to try to shuffle through some different looks, see if they can find some type of pressure.
Do you feel like offensive linemen get more energetic when they're down in the red zone like this?
Yeah, because you're trying to punch it in for 6. You're not trying you're not trying to leave it up to chance for the field goal kicker. All respect to field goal kickers around the world, but you want to punch it in and take matters into your own hands.
Coaching staff is shouting out to them. Malone wants to throw. He's going to take off, evades one, tosses to the back corner of the end zone, and it's incomplete as no flags hit the turf. I'm not sure what Phipps was. Oh, there is a flag. Scratch that. I don't see it.
A late flag.
Phipps was emphatic on the sideline before the play. Not happy. Of course, if you're not familiar, Reinhardt Eagle fans and fans from around the country, Phipps, the head coach of the Pikeville Bears.
Illegal shift. Pikeville, put it up.
So the shift is what's called against Pikeville's Bears, if you couldn't hear it on our crowd mic. And after they assess the penalty, we're ready to go again. Unbelievable matchup so far, and historical day in North Georgia in the Appalachian Athletic Conference, as only one team will move on, at least most likely one team moves on to the national tournament and the championship playoff series.
Absolutely. First of its kind, an official AAC championship. It doesn't get any better than this.
Malone over the middle, and it's swatted away. Beautiful play by the defensive back for the Reinhardt University Eagles. All over him down inside of the end zone and able to knock it away as the linebacker, a redshirt freshman from Marietta, Stevenson. Stevenson's had a nice year.
He has had a nice year. Just another one of those young defensive players that stepped up over the course of this season. That's going to be something to watch out for. A lot of those younger players who got some reps and played in this matchup a season ago trying to avenge that heartbreaking loss.
Pikeville does have a great kicker in Isaac Smith, but again, inside of the red zone, they do not kick. 0 field goals converted inside of the red zone. Smith is 11 for 14 this year and perfect on point after tries. Will they send him out if they don't convert? Malone, back of the end zone, he's wide open. Touchdown, Pikeville Bears! Ty Perkins hauls it in. The second of the day, the second of the season.
And just a defensive breakdown and coverage from the Reinhardt defensive back, but U-Pike taking perfect advantage of it. Xavier Malone, a perfect pass up the seam. And how about Perkins? He's putting together a show here in Waleska.
Beautiful score for Perkins. Isaac Smith, again, now 43 for 43 on the season on point after tries, and we could call it 44 for 44. He is perfect as it's 14-7, the advantage in the paws of the Pikeville Bears. Lorenzo, what a drive.
Absolutely. Again, this U-Pike offense surgically moving their way down the field. Xavier Malone making plays, getting the balls to those playmakers, and they're just taking advantage of this Reinhardt defense that seems to be reeling right now.
This is a look at the numbers entering today's matchup. So this is pregame. You look at this, 6-3 overall, 4-5 overall. I think the most important stat that sticks out to me is Pikeville has not won on the road this season. Now you put them in this dire situation. They have to go on the road. They have to beat one of their oldest and most bitter rivals in the Reinhardt University Eagles. I mean, this is tough, no matter how productive you've been offensively or stingy defensively.
Absolutely, it's tough, and yes, that does play a role, but when you get to this point in the game, after those first initial minutes, the energy is now dissipated a little bit. The emotion has settled in. It's just mano-a-mano, team against team, and on paper, these two teams are evenly matched.
Ready to get back underway where it's a one-score advantage. 14-7 Pikeville, 4:45 to play still in the first quarter. Reinhardt's man slips one and finally shoved out at the 40-yard line, running with a little bit of sauce.
And you saw there U-Pike trying not to kick it back deep to Tyrus McKee, instead opting to give it to Jaden Ponder. Luckily for the Eagles, Ponder has some juice in his legs as well.
We got a brief look at this offensive lineup, but didn't get to spend much time with it because they ran a play so quickly. So one more time, the Reinhardt Eagles offense.
You know the man they're going to be trying to get the ball to early and often. We saw him score a touchdown moments ago, number 5, Jock Colbert.
Jackson, the keeper, to the left, slips one and driven down after a 7-yard gain on the ground. How about the legs?
Yeah, and as great as Taylor Jackson has been over the course of his Reinhardt career, I think his ability to get the job done on the ground has transformed this Reinhardt offense. It's given them an entirely different element that they did not have last season.
I couldn't agree more. The dimensionality it brings to what they do, the different sets, looks, situations they can play in so well, it's a totally different ballgame. Second down and short. Reinhardt led by James Miller, who played at Virginia. There's the give to the left. Colbert cuts it back. What vision. That's an incredible play. That's a dead play. That's a loss of a yard. And Colbert stops completely behind the offensive line, trusts them to open something up. They do, and he knifes his way into it.
So I had a chance to talk to Coach Miller about Jock Colbert earlier this week on the James Miller Coaches Show, and he said that Colbert is a running back that you love to play for because as an offensive lineman, he can just make you right sometimes. He can just make you right. You're blocking a guy one way, and then he cuts back and finds a hole where there isn't any.
First down. And in motion as the give right up the middle. Look at the explosive speed of Jamarian Walker. He hasn't got a lot of yardage this season, but he's scored 8 times.
Yeah, and I've given him the nickname. I call him the closer because in situations, short yardage situations, goal-to-go spots, he's the guy that Reinhardt calls upon to make something happen. But he's a returning first-team all-conference performer from a season ago. Very talented back in his own right.
He's a Cook County guy, and those Georgia running backs, you see him in the NFL, you see him playing at SEC schools like Alabama. Jameer Gibbs is, of course, the first that comes to mind, but Georgia makes running backs. Speaking of running the football, right up the middle for number 9, who moves the chains over the 40-yard line.
Absolutely, Taylor Jackson, another tough run. But now watch out for Reinhardt going to a different look at quarterback. We've seen them go to these looks on a few occasions. They'll put in different guys, and now it's Braden Bohannon who's going to take the snap.
Bohannon, he's the transfer, correct?
Transfer from Kennesaw State.
The former Owl. Fakes the pitch, and Bohannon knifing his way up inside. Whew! Just picked up 7 yards.
I like what you did there with the the Kennesaw State shot out. But Braden Bohannon, one of the better athletes on the team, someone that Coach Miller said is too good of an athlete to keep off the field. So if he's not your quarterback in the traditional sense, you feel like you just have to give him reps in some kind of way. Coach Hennis, the offensive coordinator, has done a nice job of featuring him into the offense this season.
Second down and medium. Right up the middle. He's gone. Look at that. Colbert to the house again. Touchdown, Reinhardt Eagles with 90 seconds still to play in the first quarter.
And for the second time today, John Colbert finds pay dirt.
He's unbelievable.
He's absolutely unbelievable. And, I mean, you talk about lists, you talk about all-time lists, you have to wonder where he ranks amongst the all-time running backs. Reinhardt's had a ton of great running backs, but I believe after this one, he's going to wrap up that all-time leading rusher place in Reinhardt history.
He's just about to 1,000 yards on the season. That's his second touchdown of the day, building on a 2-touchdown performance, 150-yard game last week against the Skyhawks. He's now got 7 rush touchdowns on the season, 8 total with 1 through the air. Unreal start for Colbert, as this is proving to be the shootout we thought it might be.
And he's a 2-time first-team all-conference performer. I'm banging the drum for him to get some all-American recognition this season. He's just been phenomenal. Over 8 yards per carry for a high-volume rusher. That's a very, very – you don't see that often. You don't see that often at all.
Alex Hansen has been great on point after tries this season, as we've got Phipps on the field.
So I think he's going to challenge Colbert losing the ball before he crossed the plane.
Yeah, Phipps has challenged the ruling on the field. And obviously everybody's upset about that. I like that challenge there. That's a good decision. This is a very important game. You know, 1 touchdown, 1 turnover. I think everybody kind of knows it. But let me be clear, if you're with us right now, and first of all, I hope you're enjoying the game if you're with us. This is a really good one already between the pines here, but this is going to come down, I think, to a turnover or 1 score. I would be more surprised if this was a multiple possession game.
Okay, so the last 2 times U Pike and Reinhardt have played on this field at Ken White Field at University Stadium, 2019, game came all the way down to the wire. Reinhardt walked it off with a game-winning field goal in overtime, 20-17. 2023, Reinhardt and U Pike's first year in the Appalachian Athletic Conference after a 4-year hiatus, goes all the way down to the wire. Another overtime game, Reinhardt wins it on a walk-off reception, 41-35. So every time that these 2 teams go to battle here at Ken White Field, you can expect fireworks.
Unbelievable. And so they are challenging the play. Will it stand, or will U-Pike get a touchdown off the board and a chance to hold them out? We'll find out when we return.
You don't have to wear a uniform for service or sacrifice. Every day, ordinary Americans perform extraordinary acts of courage and selfless service. Please join us in recognizing citizen heroes who have made a difference in the lives of others through their acts of courage and selfless service in communities across America. Nominate a citizen hero today at themedalofhonor.com.
And welcome back to this presentation of NAI football here live on SCSN. If you're just now joining us, John Colbert getting his 2nd touchdown of the day. Reinhardt answering the Pikeville offensive attack. And Alex Hansen, the Eagles' effective field goal kicker, trying to tie the game up. The kick is up and the kick is good. Now 14-14, all square here in Waleska with just over a minute left to play.
In North Georgia with 90 seconds still to play in the first. It's deadlock, 14-all.
We seem well on our way to another Reinhardt and U-Pike Classic, folks. First of its kind, an official AAC championship game. You have to think that Coach Bill Pop, who's the guy who runs things in the AAC, and everybody who makes the schedules before the season started, you have to think that this is everything that they wanted when they scheduled this game for the last week of the season.
I would think that Bill would be – I know that Bill is thrilled about it. I talked to Bill at the volleyball tournament. I said, are you going down to the football game? He said, yes. Should I? Should I also go to that? And so excited to be here. Really, really good matchup today between the Bears and the Eagles. I mean, it doesn't get better than this, and this is great for the brand of the Appalachian Athletic Conference and these two schools, both really good football traditions for the Bears and the Eagles.
And I know it's so many times that preseason prognostications go out the window as the year goes on and one team falters, another team rises, but it's nice to see both of these teams being exactly where we expected them to be when the year began.
Long ball. It's the first pass and catch of the day for the Reinhardt Eagles as he whips this one downfield, and it's hauled in for the big gain.
And that's again Jordan Williams making his mark offensively. They're going to move him around the formation, get him involved in a variety of different ways. We've seen him take a few jet sweeps early on, now making something happen there on the reception.
Inside, just a couple on the ground. Colbert has 103 yards on the day. That's his fourth carry, so a little disappointing to see him only get 3 when he's averaging 35 yards per carry.
And he was so close to 1,000 yards coming into this game. He might get it after the first quarter.
He's about 7-8 yards away. There's the check down pass on the sideline, slips his way forward.
That perimeter passing game, again, hitting the layups, those small passes, 4 yards here, 3 yards here, and that's when it opens up 10 yards there, 15 yards there. That's what this U-Pike offense is very good at doing.
Malone up to 120 yards passing. He's already scored 2 touchdowns through the air. This is going to be stopped after a couple. Ty Perkins entered the game without a touchdown reception on the year. Freshman from Ohio, and he's caught both, as that'll do it for our first quarter of play. Really exciting start to this one in North Georgia between the Bears of Pikeville and the Reinhardt Eagles. In the second quarter, the Bears start with the football, and they'll be driving on offense. After one quarter play, deadlocked at 14 apiece between the Eagles and the Bears in Appalachian Athletic Conference action. I'm Gabriel Schrei here with Lorenzo Robinson. What a first quarter.
Absolutely. This game is everything that you would expect it to be coming in. Both teams 1-2 in conference play, evenly matched on paper. Makes sense that it's 14-14 right now.
Right up the middle, tries to drive his way up in there and is trapped as we've got a little scrum on the numbers.
I've been so impressed with the way that this Reinhardt rush defense has tried to limit Amon Williams, because he was the one who really broke the game open for Pikeville last season. They're still trying to find a way to slow down that air attack, but U-Pike not getting much on the ground thus far.
Third down and long. Bears, they've been good on third down this season. 41% of the time this offense converts these chances. Malone tosses this to the left. It's caught. That moves the chains. Unbelievable, man. They are just so good at those inside routes. Malone can fit the football anywhere.
But again, how about the game that Ty Perkins is putting together? Ty Perkins has those 2 touchdown receptions. Now a big-time reception to move the chains for this Bear offense.
Players slow to rise.
Yeah, and that's a very important player down for the Eagles. Number 3, Bryton Peters, their lead cornerback, had one of his best games of the season last year. Definitely not something they want to see with him on the ground.
This Reinhardt defense has been really good. They're going to keep leaning on them. Reinhardt has allowed 24 points per game this season and 300 yards per game. And I think just defensively, if you look at the defenses of the Eagles and the Bears, that alone will tell you the story. 300 yards per game allowed by Reinhardt, 370 per game by the Bears. So even though the Bears are going out and posting, literally almost 500 yards per game, we're talking a 475 average. And same for the Eagles, they're at 450. That's what I'm saying when I say this is going to be a shootout, right? I don't think this is going to slow down anytime soon.
That's what conventional wisdom would lead you to believe, that it's going to be a shootout, because how effective these offenses have been. Ideally, the way that Reinhardt wants to play, they want it to be more of a grinded-out affair, using their ground attack to sort of control the game. But U-Pipe, they want to air it out. They want to get this game moving, fast-paced, and right now it seems like the tempo is advantage Pikeville.
Malone tosses it deep down the sideline, and U-Pike the incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10. Phipps running the offense, the head coach. He's got help from Borelli, Davis, and Haynes coordinating things offensively.
That was a nice pass breakup by Carter Hicks on the PBU, trying to limit Ty Perkins there. Perkins getting involved for this U-Pike offense. Carter Hicks, a defensive back. They're going to try him in a variety of different roles, different matchups. He can cover both inside and outside for this Reinhardt defense.
Again out of the backfield, the tailback. Malone has a lot of room. Green means go. Runs through one man and taken down after a nice 4-yard gain, making 3rd down more manageable.
And Xavier Malone doesn't have a whole lot of rushing yards, but when you watch the film, he's not afraid to pull it down and take it for himself. He can make plays when everything breaks down.
Tackle made by CJ Silkworth.
Malone.
3rd and 7.
In the shotgun again, it's 3rd down and 6 for Pikeville. Bears send a man into motion. He's going to hand it off to him on the end around and tackled down in the backfield. Reinhardt Eagles make the play. How about that coming through?
Julian Stevenson, that linebacker, making another play for that Reinhardt defense. He's been one of their leading tacklers this season.
Stopped in backfield.
Really nice play by Stevenson, and it brings up 4th down. Pikeville Bears are 18 for 27 on 4th downs this season. That's an incredible 67% conversion rate, but they've sent on Isaac Smith to attempt what is nearly a 40-yard field goal, and Smith from that range is 1 for 2 on the season. We'll call it 39. Smith steps, fires the delivery on the way, sailing. This one has almost enough leg and falls just short. It remains 14-all in Waleska.
And that is a great stop for that Reinhardt defense, not only keeping them out of the end zone, but keeping points off the board. Now the offense looks to flip the momentum.
So a turnover to the Reinhardt University Eagle offense. Taylor Jackson has been very quiet so far today. He's carried the ball, nothing through the air. 12 touchdowns passing. He's got 6 more on the ground, and he's accounted for over 1,500 yards of offense. Jock Holbert is so close to 1,000 rush yards. He entered the day with 891 on the ground. He's got 100 on the nose.
So 11 yards away?
Yeah.
We might see it in the next few carries.
Here's the give. Reinhardt gets 5.
A little bit closer. See there Justin Pinckney, the offensive lineman, doing work up there on the 2nd level.
Tackle made by number 17, Brett Coleman.
Southeast Sports Network, glad to bring you today's game. Be sure to subscribe and follow SESNsports.com/how to watch. We also have full coverage of the Appalachian Athletic Conference Volleyball Championship underway. Carried some great high school football last night, regional highlights, so much more, all free to watch. There's the give to the right side. The blocking is holding as he pinballs his way through beyond the sticks and goes down. 1st and 10 as he moves the chains again.
And I think that's official. 2nd 1,000-yard season of Jock Holbert's career after that carry.
That puts him just over 1,000 yards on the year. He needed 109 on the day. His last carry put him at 105. Waiting for the statistics to come through. One official confirmation on it, 113, so he's got 1,004 yards on the season. Congratulations to Jock Holbert and the offensive line of Reinhardt University. That's incredible.
Incredible indeed, and all the great running backs that come through this program, he's Reinhardt's all-time leading rusher.
Jackson, a rainbow ball over the middle, and that's going to result in the flag, no doubt about it.
And it was covered by two defensive backs with Taylor Jackson trusting Cam Curtis, giving him a chance to make a play. He's a great 50-50 ball catcher. Those U-Pike DBs a little bit early on the contact.
Yeah, he tried to go to Cam Curtis, and Devin Baisley is all over him, heavily covered. Heavily covered by both the safety and the corner. And it's just too much. There's nothing that Cam Curtis can do, but what he does do is successfully draw that flag.
Yeah, and Taylor Jackson is going to trust Cam Curtis in a lot of those situations. We saw it last week on his deep touchdown reception. He's going to trust him in a lot of those situations to just make a play. Sometimes you just got to give your guy a chance to make a play. And then if you're on the defensive side, you're thinking, oh, we know he can make these plays. Makes you a little bit antsy.
1st and 10. The give on the end around, slides through a couple and finally stopped before he can reach to the 40-yard line. Tyrus McKee.
Yeah, and speaking of making a play, Tyrus McKee, one of Reinhardt's preeminent playmakers, someone who gets involved as a running back, out wide at receiver, also as a kick returner, was an All-American and All-Purpose last year.
Well, carriage disputes have suddenly become a hot topic, and as a broadcast nerd, I'm excited that we're all fighting about television rights and how things are getting produced and where they're being distributed and carried. Pretty cool stuff. I want to give a big thanks today, speaking of carriage, to folks who are making this game significantly amplified for the Appalachian Athletic Conference. Steve in the front office of the NAI, thank you for putting together the deal with UEN. Today's game being simulcast free of charge on the Urban Edge Network, and locally in all of North Georgia, over 300,000 subscribers receiving the feed from the Southeast Sports Network today on ETC Now on Channel 3. Hoping he would come up quickly with some good news. And McKee, with no assistance, but slowly going to make his way off the field, which hopefully is a good sign.
Again, Tyrus McKee, such an important piece to the puzzle for this Reinhardt offense. They definitely want to see if he can bounce back quickly. They're going to need him as this game rolls on.
Big year for him so far, over 200 yards and a few touchdowns.
2nd and 7 for the Eagles.
Hopefully he's able to bounce back.
At the U-Pike 42.
McKee will get a moment to recover. The Reinhardt Eagle offense will try to keep this nice drive going. They've had a good one. That last possession was the first time either team had not scored on the day. 11 minutes still to play in our first half. He's hit pretty hard and driven over. Really nice looking play coming out of the backfield as he just can't find a way through Cam Jackson.
Down on the stop.
Eagles going back to that look, putting Braden Bohannon in the game in place of Taylor Jackson.
3rd and 4. From the U-Pike 40-yard line.
Walker alongside Bohannon. He's got eyes to see up inside, driving his way through. What determined running to move the chains. A 7-yard gain on 3rd and medium.
And Braden Bohannon, we can see as this season has progressed, his confidence level has just risen. He's been someone who's been coming in more and more, someone that Coach Ennis is trusting in a variety of situations. They had a big-time moment trusting him to pick up the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the U-Pike 34.
Bohannon touchdowns in back-to-back weeks for the Eagles. First against Rio Grande and then last week against Point.
There's the give right up the middle. Walker spins. Nice move. Still fighting his way for the sticks. And stops at the 26-yard line.
And Jamarion Walker is a tone setter as a running back. So difficult to bring down. He sort of just bounces off of a lot of those tacklers. And then when he's moving, always falling forward for a few extra yards.
Well, if you're Tyler Hennis, the offensive coordinator of the Reinhardt Eagles, speaking of which, the Eagles fighting somebody on the sideline. Do you change the play call here at the very end? Do you change the way your offense has worked and pull a trick out of the bag, or is it just consistent all the way to the house?
No, you don't. You try to use your running games to set up and open up your entire offense. That's what Coach Hennis has done all year long.
Give to the left, through the stiff arm, still driving his way forward as he moves the chains. 1st and 10, Reinhardt threatening to enter the red zone of the U-Pike Bears.
And I think when you have a running back duo as talented as Jamarion Walker and Jock Colbert, the best thing that you can do is to feed them. You got to continue to give them chances, give them bites at the apple, and really let them put their stamp on this game.
This is one of my favorite college venues in America. Been all around. Done a lot of games in the Southeast in the last few years. I love Between the Pines in Waleska. We've got a few thousand people here. All the stands are on the home side, and so it feels like you're playing in the woods. It's really cool. 1st and 10. Jackson, off the fake, takes a shot as he tosses this to the sideline, and looks like he's okay.
Yeah, we saw the Eagles, again, using that run to try to set up a downfield shot, but much credit to that Pikeville defense. They were all over it.
Jackson ran a nice spin move to keep himself clean, tried to climb that pocket. He bought himself a lot of time, but didn't have anybody to throw to, so when that linebacker came through, he said, I'm just going to get rid of this. Now it's 2nd down and 10 from just outside of the red zone. Deadlocked, 14-all with 8 minutes to play in our first half. Jackson right up the middle. Football pops out high into the air. It's a scramble down in the pile of bodies. Everybody says they've got it. We've got a player slow to rise on the back end as the Pikeville Bears come out with a football. Hello, son. He got way out of there. It's Brett Coleman, the graduate student from Belfry.
And we're going to get a flag on the play here. We saw there number 17, Brett Coleman, was jawing at that Reinhardt sideline. He's going to get a personal foul for that one. He had some words, and you know that this is a very amped-up game, a lot of emotion and tension on both sides, but you just cannot do that. You got to keep your head, sir.
Well, he'll certainly have somebody to answer to in both the head coach and the athletic director, Corey Phipps, who's about 6'9" on the other sideline. We'll take a break while they check on the Eagle, who's down and return. This is a barn burner with 7:55 still to play in the first. In North Georgia, college football on the Southeast Sports Network. Gabriel Fry, Lorenzo Robinson, Jaden Calhoun on the sideline after that. Here's the give. Big hit up top. Tried to run right through the defender, and he was having none of it.
Yeah, but that's the best run of the day for Armon Williams, really getting himself going now again. 180 yards rushing last season against that Reinhardt offense. He was the person who broke the game open for Pikeville. Eagles have done a nice job of slowing him down in this one, but they want to try to get him rolling.
7 carries for 20 yards, averaging 3 per carry so far, as this will move the sticks down to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Pikeville.
Now, Pike, they tried to run the spread attack, trying to fire all their bullets, so to speak, in the early stages. At this point, with where the ball is, you might want to have a nice, long, methodical drive, really try to wear down that Reinhardt defense going into the break.
First and 10. Fakes the give. Pressure coming. Malone going to take off. As the pocket collapses, tosses it down the sideline. Incomplete for 2nd down.
And it looked like Malone was going to be snowed under there. That Reinhardt defensive line applying pressure. Good job on him to be able to find some type of way to get out of that jam.
2nd and 10.
6.5 still to play in the first half. We're deadlocked 14-all.
All right, Gabe, trivia for you. There are 4 3,000-yard passing seasons in AAC history. Do you know who those 4 seasons belong to?
Wow, that's good trivia. There's the give on the ground. Still rolling. Football's out. Reinhardt Eagles take it back. Fumble for fumble, as it's going to be Markel Sutton. What a historic career the senior, who's from Atlanta, Georgia, the gateway to the South, has had for Reinhardt.
And again, you got to love it. The senior Markel Sutton, his last game at Ken White Field in his career, him stepping up in a big spot for his group.
And the crowd loves it. Really nice turnout today, as it's a full house.
And that's what we call complimentary football. When your offense isn't able to get something going, your defense stepping up, that's what it's going to be. There's going to be times where you're going to make plays, you're scoring a lot, you're getting everything you want offensively. And then there's going to be times where your defense has to rise to the occasion. They have to force a turnover, get a big-time stop. Reinhardt with some great complimentary football there. Defense picking up the offense.
Fakes to give Jackson. He is smashed, but the pass caught. Big guy, look at that. Jersey rolled up and all. 1st and goal, Reinhardt Eagles. It's a runaway dump truck. How can you stop him?
And that's Xavier Walker. Xavier Walker used to play offensive guard for this Reinhardt team. Now he's a tight end, and he steps up in a major way. The Fitzgerald alum on the reception and getting them all the way into a goal-to-go situation.
6th catch of the season for Walker. 1st and goal, 6 minutes to play in the first half. Jackson to Walker, fights his way inside of the 5. Jamarian still trying to drag the pile forward and stopped as it's 2nd and goal for the Reinhardt Eagles on top of the 5-yard line.
And you can feel that energy just shift into the direction of the home team. It looked like Pike picked up the momentum after forcing that fumble. Reinhardt returning the favor.
There's the give. Knifes his way back, dives to the end zone. They're able to carry him away from the goal line. And he's going to be well short.
You see the Eagles trying to give Ja Colbert an opportunity to punch it in here. They're going to go with a bit of a different look, see if they can make something happen. That 3rd and goal, but it is a long 4 yards down there in the red zone.
Reinhardt has been very successful in the red zone this season. 5 minutes exactly left to play in our first half, as they're going to look to cap this drive off, a very short one that is, with a touchdown. 3rd and goal, Reinhardt Eagles.
These are situations that Coach James Miller tries to hang his hat on.
Jackson going to keep it himself. Superman! Touchdown, Reinhardt Eagles, as they are on top for the first time today, 20-14.
And Superman is in the building. Taylor Jackson leaping through the air, getting across the plane, and scoring for this Reinhardt offense.
4:44 to play still in the first half, as Reinhardt will now chip through the PAT. Can they convert? How about Taylor Jackson? Nice unselfish performance so far today, as Reinhardt has done everything on the ground. Very limited passing. He's taken a couple of huge shots to keep plays alive. and done so very well. He's stood in, he's not turned the ball over, he's thrown good passes on his limited chances, and done a good job conducting the offense.
Yeah, and if you look statistically, it may not be a banner year for Taylor Jackson. I would say that from a statistical standpoint, 2023 may have been his best year in terms of just raw passing numbers. But this is the best version of Taylor Jackson that we've seen. His command of the offense, there isn't anything that a defense can throw at him that he has not seen, and he just steps up and makes plays in a variety of different ways for this group.
Really nice day for a college football game after a few cold days in a row. I'd say almost 2 cold weeks, honestly. 72 degrees and sunny. Limited cloud cover in North Georgia.
Yeah, the cold was definitely something that threw me off a little bit, had me under the weather for a few days there this week.
I was not having a good time. Point after try as Reinhardt is leading 20-14. Alex Hansen. PAT will be chipped through, automatic. 21-14, Reinhardt in the lead. Welcome back in North Georgia from the campus of Reinhardt University, Ken Whitefield University Stadium. Gabriel Fry, Lorenzo Robinson, 4:44 still to play in the first half of a 21-14 game where Reinhardt leads the Bears.
And the game, again, is starting to settle down. The defenses are beginning to make plays. And when that happens, it's advantage Reinhardt because that grinded out type of style is what they want to do. U-Pike wants this game to be fast-paced. They want it to be up and down. That fast break style favors them.
Football is going to be a touchback as it skeeters through the end zone, so the Bears will take over 80 yards from the end zone. We've talked about their season averages a lot in this one so far, talked about how productive they've been, how productive they can be, et cetera, but taking what we've seen so far and trying to boil it down to what to expect for the rest of the day. They've run 34 plays, picked up 190 yards of offense. Reinhardt has run 20 plays and picked up 191. So far, it's been really, really efficient for Pikeville as well on third downs, and they converted their 1 4th down try. U-Pike is due on average for a couple hundred more yards, so we'll see if they're able to do that. And I think this is going to continue to look like a shootout. The only thing that would change this game and kind of knock it off of its typical shootout course would be another turnover.
But I love the clash of styles we're seeing as well. U-Pike over 130 passing yards, Reinhardt 174 rushing yards.
This one down to the sideline, and a nice gain. 8 yards. Ty Perkins, again, the big catch. True freshman, only had 3 catches entering the day, and all of a sudden he is a star at University Stadium. That's his 4th catch. The give, Amon slips one, 40-45, and dragged down before he can hit midfield. 1st and 10, U-Pike Bears to the 47-yard line.
And you knew it was only a matter of time before Amon Williams began to make his imprint on this game. That Reinhardt defense was doing a nice job of limiting him early. Now he's starting to get established. That U-Pike offense goes to another level when number 5 gets his feet wet.
Amon again, this time trapped inside. And that defensive line is so good. You've got Nathaniel Sanford, Emmanuel Lighton, you've got Kevon Rivers and Nolan Marshall all crashing down.
And the depth has improved again over the course of this year. That was something that Coach Miller wanted to harp on in the early stages of the season. They only went about 4 or 5 deep in those first few games. As the season has progressed, we're seeing more of those freshmen and sophomore guys step up and use their opportunities well.
Takes the give Malone. Could be in trouble. Tosses it deep, and this is incomplete. Just gets rid of the football as he is smashed.
And we talk a lot about so many different edge rushers that this team has. How about number 31, Bryce Parrish, making his imprint on the game, the Houston County alum?
Fantastic athlete. Houston down, Warner Robins, Georgia. Been a special piece this year. A couple of tackles for loss. He's broken up passes and more, all from the defensive line.
Yeah, Emmanuel Lighton gets a lot of credit. Nolan Marshall was all conference a year ago. Damian Deloney. But Bryce Parrish is great in his own right.
Malone on third down, throws it, it's caught. Unbelievable. The freshman again, his 5th catch of the game. And they do that every time on third down. That's a really nice play call. The Bears, I'm not sure how they figured that out, but they're able to just put it right over the middle on a cross or an out route every single time they get in that situation.
Yeah, and they're looking for Ty Perkins in every big moment.
Reinhardt Eagles take a timeout. 2:44 still to play in this first half. Ball is on the 38-yard line. And do you take a timeout here because of the amount of time left in the half, or are you worried defensively you're about to allow a score? Or both?
You really just take a timeout to try to settle in. To give your guys an opportunity to understand the time and score. That's a big thing that every coach that I've had, they always try to emphasize, know the situation, know the time, know the score. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left. This has got to have it time. This is where games are won and lost. Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half, you got to make sure that you're doing your best stuff here.
I don't know who is in charge of the Aux around here these days, but I must say it is significantly improved. Drastically better Aux work. Like the music, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I know they use Bluetooth now, but
I still got an Aux in my car.
Do you really?
I do. Oh, why you say it like that?
You're almost as old as I am. Wow. You're losing your hair soon.
Don't wish that on me, man.
Quick throw goes incomplete. A lot of contact down by the line as Jakarian makes the play, the junior out of Jasper County.
Yeah, Jakarian Greer stepping up, the linebacker, getting the PBU. Part of that deep linebacker room that Reinhardt has. They're going to shuffle through 4 different guys. We saw Julian Stevenson earlier. There's Greer, Kamari Poindexter, who's someone who's made plays this year, as well as Adam Mwimba from Brunswick High.
Second down and 10. 2:39 on the clock. From the 38-yard line of the Eagles, Malone tosses this down the sideline and couldn't find the breadbasket. Oh, I thought he had him. Just barely had the DB beat. Brighton Peters is all over him, though. Product of Norcross and Gadsden, Alabama, and the senior, just enough to disrupt that.
Yeah, and Brighton Peters has been probably Reinhardt's lead corner over the last 2 seasons, but he's been playing at a different level as this season has gone on. Last week getting an interception against Point. This week really stepping up and establishing himself on the outside as that boundary corner.
Bears are 5 of 7, 71% on third down today. This season they've converted 41% of their chances. Third down for the Pikeville Bears. Malone, pocket holds for a moment, steps up, wants to throw, tosses downfield, caught at the 25, move the chains again. First and 10, University of Pikeville Bears. Great throw and catch.
Yeah, and it's so difficult, again, to stop this U-Pike air attack because now all the attention is on Ty Perkins. You saw Grant Scott hit you up the seam earlier, and Jordan Williams just finding a little crease, giving Xavier Malone a nice safety valve for the reception and to move the chains.
Williams is a senior out of Inland Empire, California. He's been quite the regular target this season as we've hit the 2-minute mark. 892 yards receiving entering the day. Had 63 last time out. In a crucial game for the Pikeville Bears. A lot of different ways this last couple minutes can boil together, play out. Basically, at this point, though, I think both teams are satisfied if they go to the locker room tied up, deadlocked.
Well, I think U-Pipe might be satisfied with that, but Reinhardt, they feel like they took the momentum away from U-Pipe. They believe they're up by a touchdown. They want to go into halftime with that touchdown lead, what that can do for them mentally, because they get the ball back. They can make this a two-possession game if they can go to halftime with the lead.
It's the first time we've ever seen two Appalachian Athletic Conference teams play for a true championship in a single game. This is it, the hardware and a trip to the National Championship Series on the line. The winner of this game takes all. 4-1 in conference play, number 2 in the league, the University of Pikeville, undefeated in AAC play this season, and an absolutely brutal, grueling out-of-conference schedule, Reinhardt and the Eagles. 1st and 10 from the 25.
This is the third season in a row that this matchup will decide the NAIA qualifier from this conference.
Got to make it a two-bid conference, right? At some point.
I'd love to see both of these teams get in.
I know. Pikeville. And right before, I think that's going to be an illegal motion. It's a pre-snap penalty. Referee. It is going to be a false start. Moved a little bit early.
First and 15.
I know that's something that Coach Phipps definitely does not want to see because his offense was moving well. They were moving in the right direction. Now you take a little bit of a self-inflicted wound, see if you can cover that up with some yardage here.
First down and 15, Malone. Climbs and throws deep, wide open. He dropped it in the end zone. Incomplete pass at 2nd and 15 for the Pikeville Bears at the 30.
And Ty Perkins almost had a hat trick, his third touchdown of the day, just slipping through his fingers. And you know that the U-Pike faithful, they're like, oh man, what could have been?
You know, when I do high school football, I always go to this euphemism, and it's kind of cliche, but you were in position to make the play, you're going to make it next time. He's caught 2 touchdowns today. I think you really got to shake the rust off there and say, hey, listen, he's caught a couple. Let's just throw it to him again.
I've also played a lot of 2K. You know what they say in 2K?
What do they say in 2K?
$1 million move, 10-cent finish.
Right up the middle and dropped immediately as we get the spoon celly from the defensive end.
Yeah, the stop from Damian Deuce Deloney, the Kaiser transfer, stepping up, and he's been a major addition to this Reinhardt defensive line, making a play again, number 92.
Number 92, 6'4", 250 pounds. He's from Jacksonville, Florida. He played at Valdosta State, then transferred to Kaiser and played with the Seahawks, and now in North Georgia, playing for Waleska's pride, the Reinhardt Eagles.
That means he has a ton of experience playing quality football. Everywhere he's been, his teams have won.
3rd down and 15 for Malone and his offense. It is loud at University Stadium. Phipps and the offensive staff shouting out to his quarterback. I wouldn't be surprised to see someone take a timeout. We're going to run a play. 3rd and long, tosses it deep again for the end zone, and the one-handed attempt is dropped. 4th down and long for Pikeville's Bears as they trail by 7 with 1:42 to play in our first half.
And that's why picking up that false start penalty is so debilitating for you as an offense, because as an offensive coordinator, it changes the way that you call plays. Now you're thinking, we got to push the ball down the field for these 3 plays instead of, okay, it's 1st and 10, we're going to ease into it with the run. When you get that early false start, gets you behind the sticks, and now kind of makes your offense panic a little bit.
Reinhardt trying to preserve the lead. 1 for 1 on 4th down today. They've done well this season in these situations. The University of Pikeville trailing by 7. Malone on corks one. He's wide open for the moment. Fading and the ball pops out. Incomplete. 1st and 10. Reinhardt Eagles will take over with the ball.
And number 18, Carter Hicks, stepping up for the PBU. Carter Hicks, the Creekside alum.
Great play by Hicks, who gets under that, keeps it from being caught. That was a great pass. I mean, Malone did a wonderful job reading that, found he had one target open, and I think the best thing about the Creekside alum right there, what he does is he sneaks in on that play. The ball was out, and he had been fading, shadowing like he was going to come inside to the center of the field over the hash marks. Instead, he cuts it back towards that far corner. Receivers covered up, and the ball falls incomplete.
Yeah, and again, Carter Hicks is so talented, someone who covers inside, outside. They're going to trust him in so many different matchups and situations. Big-time stop against Williams there.
Walker takes the handoff. Jamarian cuts it back, making players miss before he goes down, and Colbert gets a nice gain to add to his big day.
Coming back.
And
no,
the zip code holding, and it is not indeed. They're calling a personal foul against the defensive lineman, and he is not thrilled about it. Chris Elliott, the defensive coordinator of Pikeville's Bears. And the senior from Birmingham, the one who suffered the flag. He usually plays at defensive end. They've got him playing kind of an interior play. He's trying to plead his case with the officials, and they're just ignoring him.
So I think they're going to get him for the personal foul, of roughing the passer personal foul. His argument is that the quarterback was trying to hold on in an option play, so that should make him a runner. That's really up to the discretion of the official. I'm not going to say either way if the call was correct or not. Unfortunate for you, Pike, that it goes against them in this situation.
Huge shift of the chains with 90 seconds left to play in our first half. 21-14 Reinhardt Eagles. They've got the ball just beyond the midfield stripe, 49 yards from the end zone. Jackson, pocket holds, whips it out, and this one through the hands of a defensive back, but couldn't be hung on to by his intended target.
Yeah, he was trying to fit that into a window to Ty Jones. Jones had that superhuman catch for Reinhardt last week against Point. You know that Taylor Jackson's going to try to find him as many times as he can after that one.
That catch and all the highlights available on the SCSN website, SCSN social channels, YouTube, you name it. That catch was amazing. The full highlights are really good. It was a 69-10 win for Reinhardt. Evans was all over that. I thought he was going to pick it off for a moment. This time the run play. Scrambling, he takes a shot late. Surprised we don't see a flag, and so is James Miller, who comes out on the field to shout to the officials. Surprised.
I mean, I think that was kind of a bang-bang play there. He hit him as he was going down. It wasn't really late. He was just trying to make sure that Taylor Jackson's making his way to the ground safely.
1st and 10. Ty Jones, the true freshman, bowled over at the 25-yard line. They'll mark him at the 26 for the moment. 1st and 10, Reinhardt Eagles, 1:01 to play in the first half.
And getting Ty Jones rolling really opens up this offense, another weapon that you have to account for if you're the U-Pike Bears.
On 1st and 10, flicked out, almost smacked. He evades him. Colbert cuts it back at the 20. Oh, baby, put him on skates. How did he escape? Touchdown. Oh, baby. Call the local TV station. Call the newspapers. Call your mom. What a score.
John Colbert with the hat trick, and that might have been his best trick of the day.
That is an unbelievable touchdown by Jack Colbert. I don't think I've ever seen that good of an escape move.
So difficult to tackle in the phone booth. So difficult to bring down in those one-on-one situations. One-on-one, one-on-two, one-on-three, four. It doesn't matter. Jack Colbert finding a way to get out of the jam.
Absolutely no idea how he escaped that. We've got a player slow to rise, so hopefully he's all right. There's a flag back near the center of the field on the hash marks.
Okay, so I'm ready to say it. I wasn't ready to say it before, but I'm ready to say it now. Jack Colbert, the greatest running back in Reinhardt history.
Wow. That's quite the endorsement.
It is, and there's been a ton of great ones that have come through these walls, but Jack Colbert, all-time leading rusher, you got to put him right near the top. That's no disrespect to anybody that came before. You have guys like Nigel Curtis, Trevay Kane, Devin Collins, Isaiah Blake, so many great running backs over the course of this time that James Miller has been here, LJ Stegall. But Ja Colbert, you have to put him right at the top. 2 1,000-yard seasons. He's just been a tremendous impact player over the course of his time here.
And still taking kudos down on the sideline, as you can see. That's Colbert seated wearing number 5. Look at that, the whole team coming over to dap him up after his 3rd score. Just unbelievable. I could not believe the escape, spin move, fought his way through an extra tackle. That one will go down in the history books for sure.
And for the people watching, I'm glad that we're getting a nice platform for this game. I've been banging the drum all season, and I'm going to say it one more time. Ja Colbert, 2025 All-American. You have to put him in the conversation.
Well, I don't think that's too bad of a take. I like that. I think that's a solid argument. Two really good offensive players in this game at the running back position. Malone, of course, as well, as this one is banged through to make it 28-14. Just 42 seconds left on the clock in this first half. So for the Bears, do you come out and try to score quickly, or is this a situation where you say, we don't want to risk a turnover and any extra points, we're going to take it easy and coast to the half?
Well, I think it depends on what you get on this kick return. If you can get a nice return, maybe, and then even if you don't, see if you can hit a chunk play early in the drive. But if you can't, then just sit on it and take it into halftime.
You ever see the clips of Kurt Signetti when he's winning like by 50 and he looks angry? It's kind of how James Miller looks right now. He's winning by a couple touchdowns. He kind of looks like he's losing by 2 possessions.
Well, it's that balance, right? Because when your team is losing, you don't want to give them that sense of that you're panicking, right? You don't want to make them feel that you're feeling the pressure. So you're calm. You're telling them, hey, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. But when they're winning, you don't want them to start feeling themselves and start smelling what they're cooking. You got to try to stay in them. You got to make them feel that pressure.
This is Alex Hansen, a sophomore from Lawrenceville. We are underway again in Waleska as the ball fielded behind the 20-yard line. Return man across the 30, 40. Smacked and rolls over the 45. Nice return. 54 yards from the end zone. The Pikeville Bears will take over on offense with 34 seconds on the clock, trailing by 2 possessions.
Hey, but the first of the play there, how about Braden Bohannon on the kickoff return coverage? The kickoff coverage team, a quarterback out there making plays, making tackles.
It's very interesting to see them use him. He's fun to watch play. He's a junior, so if he were to be the guy next season, you only have a year or 2 with him based on eligibility.
Way too early to start talking about next season.
Just talking about it. I'm just talking.
Too early. Way too early.
Talking.
Yeah. Way too early to start talking about next season.
I show up, I talk, I go home, I go somewhere else, I talk. Gabe, here's $8 and a burger or whatever. Thanks for coming out.
I think they're going to get you piped for the delay of game.
I think so as well, as the official comes through with the call.
Last thing Coach Phipps wants to see from his group is an implosion here. You want to see them stay together and keep playing quality ball. These last few drives, those self-inflicted wounds starting to add up.
Well, I think I might have mentioned this earlier, but Reinhardt played this absolute grizzly bear out-of-conference schedule. And then they played Lindsey Wilson here, and they did so well. And since then, Reinhardt has been really good. Malone on the run. Throws the stiff arm and forced out. Look out. Good little contain and tackle. 27 seconds left to play in the half now, as Stevenson is the one who tracks him out of play. And since that Lindsey Wilson game, Reinhardt is on a 5-game winning streak.
And I would call that the turning point of the season for Reinhardt, because it gave them a ton of confidence that they can compete with the best of the best. It also made them believe that they are one of the best of the best.
Malone throws this long and it's incomplete. He was trying to get him on the in route, and a flag late on the play.
Yeah, that was Carter Hicks in coverage, trying to slow down U-Pike's effective tight end, Grant Scott. Again, that's the pressure that Scott puts on DBs with his size. Hicks had no choice but to try to turn him around with his offhand.
Number 18, 10 yards from previous spot. First down.
Indeed, they do hit the sophomore from Birmingham with the flag. 22 seconds on the clock. You know what's interesting as well, it's so hard to come to Waleska and win in all of college football, whether you're talking bowl schools, FCS, Division II, Division III, NAI, what have it. This is one of the very toughest fields to play on in America, as is the home of the Pikeville Bears up in Kentucky. They possess I think a 3-year unbeaten streak at home, if I'm not correct. Let me know if I'm wrong, Rick Bentley and company.
Hey, it's one we fell victim to last season.
Long ball over the middle. Malone finds his man. Just beyond the red zone, he loses his helmet and all. 1st and 10, 16 seconds on the clock.
That's Kolb dribbling, making a play down the field, and you can never count out this U-Pike offense with their passing attack. They can make plays happen in an instant.
16 seconds on the clock. Here come the Pikeville Bears. There's a timeout taken by the University of Pikeville on the field. Just a couple of clicks left on the clock in this first half in a 2-possession game. The Bears are looking to cut it to 1 possession. This is everything we were promised and more in the first ever Appalachian Athletic Conference Championship football game, delivering as promised. What a thriller between the Pines and Waleska, Georgia. One of the most gorgeous settings in college football, too, not just one of the toughest places to play. Really an unbelievable experience. If you're local to the North Georgia area, this has to be the ultimate family Saturday football game. I could not recommend coming out here enough. You know, you could go to Georgia, you can go to Georgia Tech. How much are you going to pay to get you know, your girlfriend or your wife, your kids, a friend into the game? You're going to buy a $19 soda, you're going to buy a $37 popcorn, buy the kids a $114 t-shirt. Maybe that's a little dramatic. You can get in for $5 here and get a $20 t-shirt for the kids and a $2 soda. It doesn't get better than that. First and 10, Pikeville Bears. 16 seconds left in the half. From just beyond the red zone, he'll try the end zone, and this falls harmlessly to the turf. No flags, 10 seconds on the clock.
And that was trying to find there Jordan Williams down the field. And again, another scary sight for this Reinhardt team, this Reinhardt defense. That's Nathaniel Sanford down on the ground there, effective defensive tackle from Warner Robins.
Hopefully he's all right. Not sure what happened. Hate to see these guys injured, shaken up, whatever the situation each time. Very, very fun first half of play. It literally could not be better than it has been. And at the half, if you're looking for something else to check in on, we have volleyball available for you on the Southeast Sports Network as the Appalachian Athletic Conference Championship Tournament underway in Kingsport, Tennessee. Reinhardt Eagles competing in that as well. Hoping for good news. Under his own power, and good news is what we get. Now, having driven all the way down inside of the 25-yard line, Pikeville has just 10.5 seconds to play with.
And again, due to how effective and efficient their air attack has been all year long, they are a quick strike type of offensive team.
Malone. Over the middle, caught inside of the 5. Big hit. It's 1st and goal with 4.8 seconds on the clock.
And again, who else? Ty Perkins.
Great catch by the freshman as he continues his massive day. How about the Pikeville Bears offense? That is nuts. Phipps, man, fits it down into the hands of his intended target. He eclipses 200 yards passing on the day as he completes another. He's got 2 touchdowns already. Ty Perkins with another snag. And he's scored both touchdowns so far today for the Pikeville Bears. That offense will look to finish this drive. They've got 4.8 seconds to work with. Definitely time for one play, obviously, with a timeout, but maybe a second if you run it quickly, or probably not.
Or they're going to try to run something quick, see if you can get it right across that pylon. But you know Xavier Malone, he's been around the way for a long time, so he knows exactly how much time he has left, and he knows he needs to get it away to preserve some type of time on the clock so U-Pike finishes this drive with points.
Malone has got a couple of options. The far receiver is Jordan Williams. The closest to us in the press box where you're watching from is Stribling. The freshman to the left of Malone in the slot, tight end on the close side. Malone wants to throw quickly to the tight end, incomplete. 1.7 on the clock in the stadium. I think we'll see another play.
Yeah, and Grant Scott, he was able to build some separation, but the pass from Malone a little bit behind him. A lot of credit again to that Reinhardt defensive line applying pressure. I think Coach Phipps is going to leave the offense out on the field. You don't come all the way down here to get 3. You come down here for 7.
Well, I mentioned it. They haven't converted a single field goal from inside of the red zone. They're bang or bust.
Hey, when you get down here, you got to punch it in.
1.7 seconds. And goal for Malone and company. This will be the last play of the first half. Xavier wants to throw, pocket holds, corner, and it's too much sauce. Incomplete, looking for the true freshman. That'll end our first half between the Bears and the Reinhardt Eagles, and what a first half it was.
What a first half indeed. The fireworks are on full display right now. Advantage Reinhardt. They have established that running game, and they're going to try to wear out the Bears in the second half.
Can they do it? Can the Bears find a way to come back from a 2-possession deficit? Halftime coming up. We'll return with more.
Everyone has a ritual. That small thing to keep us focused. A habit we never skip. To clear our minds and elevate our performance. But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Maybe you surround yourself with positivity. Or you need to center yourself. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Toda mi gente lo siente. 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 Toda mi gente caliente. Toda mi gente lo siente. Toda mi gente suena. En la favela suena. El techo se me llena. Toda mi gente lo siente.
I'm Mauricio Cuevas, defender for the LA Galaxy. The best performance requires the best training. That's why we trust AstroTurf. AstroTurf delivers unparalleled ability, safety, and playability, ensuring every match and session of training is fast and exciting. As a proud partner of the LA Galaxy, AstroTurf continues to provide world-class surfaces, fueling the future of the game.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Hi there. I'd like to introduce you to McValue at McDonald's. With McValue, you can buy one and add any one of these for only $1. And look at that. You can do the same thing during breakfast. It's crazy. You see, at any moment in the day, McValue can take you to a place where a whole new menu of possibilities exist, inspiring you to order more from life than you could ever imagine. Take a look at your surroundings. Take a look at your environment. Take a look at your past decisions. Take a look at your present. Are you curious about the future? And setting your expectations at perfection is not a way for growth. So I'd use the word curiosity, and that's a long way to get there. But if you stay curious, I think you can get the most out of life's menu. Because if you don't, you're leaving some of those moments on the table. You gotta try to get the most out of life. You might just think McValue adds the power of choice to McDonald's menu, but it also adds the power of perspective. And depending on how you look at it, that might be the most powerful thing you can order. And while you're here, I can't wait to meet you. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The bravest person I know is definitely my dad, 100%.
My friend Sean.
My daughter Cynthia, and she was in the United States Army.
One of the bravest things he ever did wasn't when he first enlisted, it was when he found his first support group.
Our journey has not been easy.
One of the bravest things he did was when he asked to move in with me and my mom.
I felt like I was lost, and you gave me a place to stay.
When he decided he was going to go back to school after 23 years.
It was the better part of my life that I spent in the Marine Corps. Transitioning out, it's a difficult thing.
She went on foreign soil. She went to war. But the bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
So I really appreciate it.
I'm worried about Mom.
Mom? She's fine. These the ones, right, Mom?
Yeah, groundlings.
Sweet potatoes.
Daddy, it's salty.
Some things come with age.
And some don't.
Early detection of Alzheimer's can lead to better care for your loved one. Learn the early warning signs at 10signs.org.
Oh, man. Come on, Emma. Come on, Emma. Where is she?
Hey, do you need a hand?
Yeah. My God. Every time with his team, man. All right, coach, put me on this, man.
Nice dive. Now find your rhythm.
Calm down. Ah! Hey, okay, man. That boy lit. That boy lit.
Up. Okay, that's it. You got one more for you.
Got you.
Like the headway. Here she is, guys. She's coming, guys.
Let's go.
Good morning, Emma. I'm right here now. Come on, come to me, come to me.
Turn me up, baby.
Onyedi. Onyedi? Yo, Fatani. Boss, man, I'm turned up right now, though. Oh, you're violating, man, honestly.
Give me a hand. You're good.
Just don't forget what I sent you this morning. You are equipped. Don't allow anyone or anything to tell you different.
I got something for you.
One more. You can. I really got it.
Onyedi, chin up, bro. You got a goal with you, man. The left back's gas. Come on.
Oh, come on, Sam. This is looking really good.
You only got 10K left, okay? Your pace is phenomenal. Are you ready?
Can't be talk good. Take the hit. Embrace it. You here for a reason, baby. You are here for a reason, baby.
Yes.
3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Mate, that was so sick.
Come on, Emma. Final push, Emma. Come on.
Okay, time.
Hey, Edwards, we're game. MVP.
Vamos, dale pues, vamos allá, muévete más loco, como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, pon las manos en la cabeza, sacúdete, 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 mira, sacúdete.
Everyone has a ritual. That small thing to keep us focused. A habit we never skip. To clear our minds and elevate our performance. But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Maybe you surround yourself with positivity. Or you need to center yourself. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Toda mi gente lo siente. 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 Toda mi gente caliente. Toda mi gente lo siente. Toda mi gente suena. En la favela suena. El techo se me llena. Toda mi gente lo siente.
I'm Mauricio Cuevas, defender for the LA Galaxy. The best performance requires the best training. That's why we trust AstroTurf. AstroTurf delivers unparalleled ability, safety, and playability, ensuring every match and session of training is fast and exciting. As a proud partner of the LA Galaxy, AstroTurf continues to provide world-class surfaces, fueling the future of the game.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Hi there. I'd like to introduce you to McValue at McDonald's. With McValue, you can buy one and add any one of these for only $1. And look at that. You can do the same thing during breakfast. It's crazy. You see, at any moment in the day, McValue can take you to a place where a whole new menu of possibilities exist, inspiring you to order more from life than you could ever imagine. Take a look at your surroundings. Take a look at your environment. Take a look at your past decisions. Take a look at your present. Are you curious about the future? And setting your expectations at perfection is not a way for growth. So I'd use the word curiosity, and that's a long way to get there. But if you stay curious, I think you can get the most out of life's menu. Because if you don't, you're leaving some of those moments on the table. You gotta try to get the most out of life. You might just think McValue adds the power of choice to McDonald's menu, but it also adds the power of perspective. And depending on how you look at it, that might be the most powerful thing you can order. And while you're here, I can't wait to meet you. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The bravest person I know is definitely my dad, 100%.
My friend Sean.
My daughter, Cynthia, and she was in the United States Army.
One of the bravest things he ever did wasn't when he first enlisted, it was when he found his first support group.
Our journey has not been easy.
One of the bravest things he did was when he asked to move in with me and my mom.
I felt like I was lost, and you gave me a place to stay.
When he decided he was going to go back to school after 23 years.
It was the better part of my life that I spent in the Marine Corps. Transitioning out, it's a difficult thing.
She went on foreign soil. She went to war. But the bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
So I really appreciate it.
I'm worried about Mom.
Mom? She's fine. These the ones, right, Mom?
Yeah, groundlings.
Sweet potatoes.
Daddy, it's salty.
Some things come with age.
And some don't.
Early detection of Alzheimer's can lead to better care for your loved one. Learn the early warning signs at 10signs.org.
Oh, man.
Come on, Emma. Come on, Emma. Where is she?
Hey, do you need a hand?
Every time with his team, man. All right, coach, put me on this, man.
Nice dive. Now find your rhythm.
Calm down. Ah! Hey, okay, man. That boy lit. That boy lit.
Up, up. Okay, that's it, that's it. You got one more for you.
Got you. Like the headway. Here she is, guys. She's coming, guys.
Let's go.
Good morning, Emma. I'm right here now. Come on, come to me, come to me.
Turn me up, baby.
Onyedi.
Onyedi?
You're Fatani.
Boss, man, I'm turned up right now, though. Oh, you're violent, man, honestly.
Give me hands up. You're good.
Just don't forget what I sent you this morning. You are equipped. Don't allow anyone or anything to tell you different.
I got something for you.
One more. You can. I really can't.
Onyedi, chin up, bro. You got a goal with you, man. The left back's gas. Come on.
Oh, come on, Sam. This is looking really good. You only got 10K left, okay? Your pace is phenomenal. Are you ready?
Can't be talk good. Take the hit and break. Hey, embrace it. You here for a reason, baby. You are here for a reason, baby.
Yes.
3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Mate, that was so sick.
Come on, Emma. Final push, Emma. Come on.
Okay, time.
Hey, Edwards, forgive. MVP.
Vamos, dale pues, vamos allá, muévete más loco, como solo tú lo sabes. Así es, pon las manos en la cabeza, sacúdete, 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 mira, sacúdete.
Everyone has a ritual. That small thing to keep us focused. A habit we never skip. To clear our minds and elevate our performance. But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Maybe you surround yourself with positivity. Or you need to center yourself. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Toda mi gente lo siente. 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 Toda mi gente caliente. Toda mi gente lo siente. Toda mi gente suena. En la favela suena. El techo se me llena. Toda mi gente lo siente.
I'm Mauricio Cuevas, defender for the LA Galaxy. The best performance requires the best training. That's why we trust AstroTurf. AstroTurf delivers unparalleled ability, safety, and playability, ensuring every match and session of training is fast and exciting. As a proud partner of the
onside kick to open the second half.
We do have some laundry on the field. We'll see what the call will be. The refs having a quick conference about it. So offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. And again, we're seeing some of that emotion come out on both sides, both teams, understanding the stakes. A conference championship on the line, a spot in the NAIA national tournament on the line. So you know that those guys are amped up trying to make every little play that they can. Just got to try to keep it between the whistles.
No, the audio sounds kind of tinny, so all the equipment is connected through the internet, and there are network problems here in the press box, so it's knocking off the way we usually connect, and it's just not, we're fighting with it. At least we have audio, though. The network is trying to keep us from connecting. There's the give right up the middle for Reinhardt, who gets a couple to start the drive down to their own 35.
Yeah, in the first half, we saw Reinhardt in that potent rushing attack really lead the way, lead the charge, and those big boys up front getting involved, pushing that Pikeville defensive line around. Expect to see Reinhardt go right back to that attack here in the second half. A heavy dose of number 5 and number 6.
Second down and about 7 for Reinhardt. There's the give as Walker gets a couple to make it 3rd and media.
Tackle made by 10, Jeff Flowers.
U-Pike already trailing by 2 scores. You cannot allow Reinhardt to put another one in.
Third down and 5 for Reinhardt. And right up the middle goes Taylor Jackson on the keeper. Very close to moving the chains. I think they're going to mark him just shy, though.
Yeah, and it's probably one chain link away, one hard yard away from that first down. And in these situations, Coach Miller usually leaves his offense on the field. Looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. Short yardage situation, bringing some extra beef. Aaron Inman and Janaz Daniels, 2 extra linemen coming into the game.
Interesting heavy set package coming up for Reinhardt's Eagles. They have specialized on the ground this season. Everybody hurries to the line. Right up inside, Colbert. He's got the line to gain and more. 1st and 10, Reinhardt.
And he ran behind that left side, led by the All-American number 74, Zach Lyle, pushing ahead for the first down.
Good play. Venus picks a push down at the 44-yard line.
First and 10 from the 45. And he is trapped and dropped. No gain. 2nd down and long.
And now that's what U-Pike needs to see. They need to see their defensive line really start to stand up and reset the line of scrimmage. So far, this game has been played on Reinhardt's terms. Those offensive linemen, they've just been attacking all game long. U-Pike needs to do a better job of trying to stifle them and slow down that rushing attack. Braden Bohannon in the game, that different look in for Coach Hennis in this Reinhardt offense.
Right up the middle, and the ball is out. Everybody's scrambling for it. Pikeville's got the football. Bears take the football away just beyond midfield. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the University of Pikeville at the 44-yard line.
Self-inflicted wounds. Braden Bohannon coughing it up, putting it on the turf, and U-Pike trying to take advantage. Now their potent offense gets another chance to drive down the field and attack this Reinhardt defense.
First and 10 for U-Pike at the 44-yard line.
Some confusion down the field, trying to get that sorted out.
Can't hear. Can't hear you.
I need it.
11-17.
11-17 is, I think, what they want on the clock. Looks like we got that figured out, kinda. This to the left side. No gain for Amon.
And Amon Williams had some nice runs later on as that first half progressed. But for much of this game, it hasn't been much doing for him. We're going to see if he can make something happen here.
.45 still to go in quarter three. 28-14. Running. Malone tries to throw the stiff arm as he slides forward. A nice gain, almost 8 yards. Nearly moves the sticks for the Bears.
And Xavier Malone, again, if you look at his stats, he's not too much of a runner. He's not someone that's going to scramble out and get a bunch of designed runs. But when he needs to get yards, he's capable of pulling the ball down and making it happen for himself.
Players slow to rise for the Reinhardt Eagles.
Yeah, this defensive lineman, Damian Deloney, the Kaiser transfer, been such a great addition to this defensive line. You don't want to see that if you're the Reinhardt Eagles.
We'll take a moment to check on him. Glad you're with us for college football. Been a really fun game so far. I think they're just trying to determine he's good to get up and get checked on the sideline under his own power.
That's a good sight to see. He's able to walk under his own power. Might be just a little bit of cramping going on, and I mean, it is a little bit warmer here in November than we're used to, so that's something to watch out for. You also see on the sideline Nathaniel Sanford, number 88, the dynamite defensive tackle for the Eagles. He's out of his pads. He has ice on that shoulder, so it doesn't seem like we'll see him again for the rest of this game.
Amon, that'll move the chains as he flips over the top of the defensive back. Nice carry. Malone slow to rise after taking the big shot in the backfield.
Yeah, Xavier Malone putting his body on the line on that option play, drawing the defense and giving Amon Williams just enough space to move the chains. Unfortunately for him, he took the business end of that hit.
9.5 to play in the third quarter as Amon will take the carry again. Slides his way forward, nearly enough to move the sticks. 9 yards for Pikeville.
Yeah, we're starting to see Williams slide and slither his way into these crevices for U-Pike and really establish that running game, something that they sorely lacked in the first half.
Malone hands it off. Nice carry. Gets a couple and moves the chains.
So Ahmad Williams has been doing work on the ground. How about Jaden Pepper now moving the chains? You can see Coach Phipps, a real emphasis on trying to establish this running game here in the second half. Running game didn't really get going in the first half. They're hoping that by drawing that Reinhardt defense closer to the line of scrimmage, that opens things up for their passing attack.
Malone throws it down the sideline. It's caught inside of the 5. Touchdown.
My goodness, what a dramatic game we have on our hands. Ty Perkins with the hat trick, his 3rd touchdown of the day. But how about the blitz pickup from Jaden Pepper, warding off that defense for just enough time to give Xavier Malone a chance?
That is an unreal catch of the score.
Unreal catch, unreal play all around for U-Pike, and their offense keeping them in the game like we've seen time and time again this season.
Now for the point after try. This is banged through for the PAT as it's 28-21, a one-possession game.
27 left to take quarter. Your score, Reinhardt 28, U-Pike 21.
Reinhardt offense will have a chance to respond. That's an unreal touchdown. I don't even know how you defend that.
Yeah, I mean, Reinhardt, they brought pressure with the blitz. Jaden Pepper was able to get a piece of that blitzer, which gave Xavier Malone just enough time to throw a perfect pass, back shoulder fade to Ty Perkins in the end zone. So now U-Pike building some momentum. The U-Pike contingent very loud and boisterous now. The Reinhardt faithful, they're a bit more quiet. The energy has dissipated on the sidelines a little bit. Very dangerous time if you're the Eagles. They're going to need a play to build back momentum. Another thing to watch out for, Jaden Calhoun injured on the sideline. He has his pads off. It doesn't look like Reinhardt's starting right tackle will come back in today.
Missing Jaden Calhoun is going to be huge. Reinhardt really leans on the Southeast Whitfield product on that side of the line.
Yeah, so no Calhoun on the offensive line, no Sanford on that defensive line. Injuries beginning to pile up for the Eagles. This is where some of your younger guys got to step up. You got to showcase some of your depth. Your recruiting gets tested here, so we'll likely see Braddock Vohan, the freshman from Villa Rica, take snaps at right tackle in place of Jaden Calhoun. Then defensively, we'll probably see a heavy dose of Danquavius Cummings there at defensive tackle for the Reinhardt defense in place of Sanford. Expect to see a lot more of Kevon Rivers as well.
From the 30.
Bears will kick this back to the Eagles. Reinhardt leads by just a possession. It would be huge for them to be able to score and keep it a 2-possession lead. 8:26 to play in the third. Return man across the 40 and trapped before he can reach the 45. That's a nice return.
Yeah, Jaden Ponder, he has some juice. He's at that up back spot, so kickers try to kick it to him instead of Tyrese McKee. But Ponder can make moves happen as well. He had a nice long touchdown against Point 1 week ago.
Offense getting ready to go again and get back underway.
So the Eagles tried to just keep the ball on the ground on their first possession. They weren't really trying to force the issue. Expect Coach Hennis to open up the playbook here on this drive.
Here's the give. Stopped pretty much immediately.
And something to watch for this Reinhardt offense. They have not been the best when it comes to scoring in the second half. They jump out with these large point totals in the first half, but between the first and the second, their offense sort of slows down a little bit. Defenses start to settle in on what they do, so that's something to watch out for. Taylor Jackson's going to keep it for himself, and he gets brought down with authority. A tremendous stop there from Levi Evans. Third down coming up for the Eagles. This U-Pike defense starting to stand up against that Reinhardt rushing attack. The Eagles, they haven't been forced to put the ball through the air much in this game. We'll see what the call will be from Coach Hennis and his offensive group. He trusts Taylor Jackson in these situations, so we'll see if he'll trust Jackson to put one through the air here on 3rd and 4. McKee coming in motion. The fake handoff. Jackson has it, trying to force his way across, and he will. Right across the sticks, and that's going to move the chains. A nice block from Anthony Green, the Camden County alum, to help solidify the first down carry. Anthony Green came in there and laid a lick on that linebacker and gave Jackson just enough space to reach out across that first down marker. First and 10 for the Reinhardt offense, a much-needed first down, a new series coming up. But again, U-Pike's defense starting to settle in, making things a bit more interesting here. Fake handoff again, looking deep for Xavier Brantley. He has him! Brantley, touchdown Reinhardt! That Jackson to Brantley connection coming through once more for the Eagles.
Wide open for the score as Reinhardt extends their lead back to 2 possessions. For the moment, 34-21, and Brantley scores his 3rd of the year.
That Jackson to Brantley connection coming up clutch for Reinhardt once more. We've seen it in plenty big moments this season. Number 9, when he's looking at a gotta-have-it situation, he's looking into the direction of number 23, Xavier Brantley.
PAT, that is hammered through, automatic. 35-21, the Eagles in the lead over the Bears of U-Pike. We're back in North Georgia from the campus of Reinhardt University. There's the man that just scored the touchdown, Xavier Brantley. Lorenzo, how did he get so open?
Xavier Brantley put a nice move on the defensive back at the line, and he has the speed to be able to get behind those DBs. Jackson able to find him. Again, got to have in situations. 9 is looking for 23 every time.
Took a shot. How did he stay on his feet? Tries to reverse fields and escapes another. Pinballing off defenders as flags come from all around.
Yeah, we might see a face mask penalty. Maurice Davis somehow, some way, finding a way to get out of multiple jams.
The official's going to make the call.
Illegal blindside block. Number 30, Pikeville.
Illegal block.
Yeah, they're going to call an illegal blindside block. Again, self-inflicted wounds beginning to add up for this U-Pike group. Already behind the 8 ball, behind by 2 possessions. You cannot afford to have those type of mistakes in critical moments. But I spoke about it earlier. Taylor Jackson, not the type of statistical season that you're used to seeing from a dominant quarterback, but the way that he approaches the game, the way that he controls the game, And that clutch gene, you can't quantify it, you can't see it, but he most definitely has it.
Well, he wants that freshman again, and this time we get the flag downfield. Yeah. Understandably so.
Yeah, they're going to get Carter Hicks there, a little bit too physical there on the outside, trying to keep Perkins from catching another deep ball. Perkins is a tough matchup on the outside. He's a great route runner. He's big, physical, nice hands. Those DBs have their work cut out for him trying to slow him down. And we've seen it. He's up to 3 touchdowns on the day.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time faulting Hicks on that one.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough cover.
Pass interference to call. So Malone and company. Takes a little shot him on, not really getting free after a couple of yards gained on the ground. Bounced out the outside hip of the right tackle.
Yeah, your time the one on the tackle. Pick up a 2.5 yards, 3. Second and 7. 28-yard line.
Malone takes off with the ball right up the middle and trapped immediately. Maybe got a yard. Third down, just a touch more manageable with 5:20 to play in the third quarter. 2-possession game.
Big third down on both sides for both squads. U-Pike trying to keep themselves in the game. Reinhardt trying to create some separation.
And he's smacked as the ball comes loose. Reinhardt onto it. And it's a turnover on the fumble. What a play by the Eagles defensively. Screaming through and getting onto the ball. That is unbelievable. Malone is still down.
And how's that for a turning point play by Adam Mwimba? Adam Mwimba from Brunswick High stepping up and showing out for this Reinhardt defense.
I hope Xavier Malone is okay. He was absolutely crunched. Oh no, that is terrible. Big play. You hate to see a guy hurt on it though. And after a miraculous year for the Bears, Phipps is out there with him. Mwimba still living it up down the sideline, and well-deserved after an unbelievable play.
Very well-deserved indeed, and it's been a tough year for Adam Mwimba. He started a lot of games early for this Eagle defense, had some situations, fell victim to some injuries, was trying to find his rhythm, getting back into the lineup. But now as this season is coming to an end, we're getting into that stretch run, he seems to be picking up steam.
So Malone is up and under his own power coming to the sideline, maybe to the huddle with Phipps.
Yeah, he just took a huge hit there from Mwimba, so Coach Phipps wants to make sure that his quarterback is okay, wants to make sure that everything is kosher because, I mean, let's face it, their only chance of getting into the playoffs is on the back of Xavier Malone.
Bears on defense now as he's going nowhere. Tackled down at the 20-yard line for a loss of a couple. Second down and long. We've got another injury on the field. This time, Ethan Rice, converted quarterback. I was looking for him in the quarterback spot. They're using him a lot as a receiver these days, so much so that he's listed as one on the roster.
He does a lot of different things for this Reinhardt offense. That's why if he's not able to return, it would be a major loss. He takes snaps at quarterback. They'll put him there in the backfield at running back, bring him on some jet motion plays. Of course, line him out wide at receiver and let him go to work as well.
It's been a long year for these two programs. During the final game of the regular season, the Appalachian Athletic Conference Championship, guys, the wear and tear just starts to add up. It always amazes me. You know, I played football. It's amazing to me that bodies can take this level of a beating. You get hit 20, 30, 40 times every week. Then you practice all week, too. All the physical beatings we deliver to these bodies throughout the course of a year, and they hold up.
Yeah, and a lot of times you're really just willing yourself. There's plenty of guys dealing with nicks and bruises here and there, and we're at that point of the season where it's beginning to become a war of attrition. Which team is able to stay somewhat whole and able to compete at an elite level going down the stretch? Ethan Rice not able to put any pressure on that right leg, and we know we'll have an update on his status at some point. That's definitely not a welcome sight if you are the Reinhardt Eagles.
Hate to see that for any team. That's a shame. See his season potentially coming to an end. 4.5 to play as the Eagles do have the ball. The give is crafty as they go after the quarterback, and he's tackled down after a nice gain. 3rd and medium.
Yeah, Jamarion Walker again rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, trying to find some kind of way to move this Reinhardt offense forward. Third down and 7, but when you have someone like Alex Hansen, a weapon at that field goal kicker position, you don't need to go for broke on this play. See if you can get something at the sticks. If not, try to take your 3 points.
Right up the middle, Jackson pushing for the sticks. He's down to the 10-yard line. Reinhardt still needs a pair to make it 1st and goal.
But here comes Alex Hansen, and that's exactly what I was referring to. It really changes the way that you can call a game in the red zone with the lead when you have a weapon at that spot, at the kicker spot. Alex Hansen, he's been phenomenal this year. He's another guy who may garner some All-American recognition from the NAIA.
Absolutely massive if he knocks this down and makes it a 3-possession game with just 3.25 minutes to play in the 3rd. Hansen bangs this, sailing up away in between the uprights, and so 3 possessions now separate the Bears and the Eagles.
Yes, and that's what Coach Miller wanted. That's why he opts for the 3 points instead of trying to see if you can get a 4th down conversion. Take that 3-possession lead with you.
Three minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. 3-possession game. Reinhardt is rolling to an Appalachian Athletic Conference championship in football. Now just looking to close out, and the tone likely to change quite a bit offensively for the Eagles.
Now, if you're U-Pike, this may be a desperation moment for you. This may be a moment where, okay, we tried to get Amon Williams involved, try to get that running game going, but you're trailing by 17 points. It could potentially be 18 minutes remaining in your season. You got to try to push the ball down the field.
I think the most important question for this, at this point for me, is who's going to be a quarterback in about 60 seconds?
Yeah, it looks like Xavier Malone. He's shaking himself off a little bit. He seems to be okay.
Ball sails deep and no return, as this will be a touchback. First and 10 for the Pikeville Bears. They'll need to go 80 yards to cut into the 3-possession lead of Reinhardt's Eagles.
And a lot of credit needs to go to this Reinhardt defense being able to slow down such a potent offensive attack in U-Pike, especially because in the last 2 seasons that U-Pike has played against Reinhardt, they put up 35 points and 47 points. the Reinhardt defense responding nicely here in this year's game.
Malone. Intercepted. He's gone. The pick six for the Reinhardt Eagles as they make it a 4-possession lead in Waleska, Georgia, taking it to the house. Kamari Poindexter, his first touchdown of the year.
Kamari Poindexter, the Salem High School alum, stepping up for the Reinhardt defense. That deep linebacker room is showing out. We had Adam Awimba force the fumble. How about Kamari Poindexter with the pick six? You could just feel Reinhardt and that momentum completely shifting into their direction. There was a time where that crowd got a little bit antsy, waiting with bated breath, trying to wonder what was going to happen. And now you see the crowd clouding the U-Pike side. The guys on the sideline are enjoying themselves. Vibes are high here in Waleska, folks.
Vibes are high indeed as the PAT makes it 45-21 Reinhardt Eagles, a massive lead with 2:59 to play still in the third quarter. If you're U-Pike, your quarterback took a huge shot, fumbled the ball, Reinhardt scores, you get it back off of the kick, immediate pick six. Horrible situation. Your season will come to a close if you don't win this game. What do you do trailing by this margin? I mean, what is the message? Phipps is a grinder. He's a winner. He is never going to give up.
Yeah, of course. They're not going to give up. And with the way that their offense is set up, the way that their air attack is set up, they're never truly out of it as long as there's time on the clock. They're going to air it out and spread it out, see if Xavier Malone can hit those playmakers and try to push the ball downfield. But now the urgency has to increase. Trailing by what? That's 4 possessions now? It's going to be tough. And the way that Xavier Malone threw that pass, it wasn't a ton of pressure, but he didn't get a whole lot of air on it. I wonder if he's still feeling some of the effects of that hit from Adam Awimba.
Didn't look like him. This Skeeter's out for the flag, so decent field position to start this next drive.
Kamari Poindexter, a guy who Coach Miller had a lot of praise for when I spoke to him. He said that Poindexter wasn't someone who was very highly touted coming in his freshman season, but he said year-over-year improvement. He might be the most improved player on Reinhardt's roster. Went from a guy who was a depth piece, a special teams player, to someone who starts for them defensively and is someone who's trusted to come up big, and we see that trust paying off for the Reinhardt defense. I want to know what this game means to that Reinhardt linebacker room. All 4 of those linebackers.
Not again! Intercepted again! First and 10 Reinhardt Eagles. Oh no! It's a meltdown on University Field.
Meltdown indeed. Damian Deloney had an interception on a screen pass in the first game against Florida Memorial. Well, how about booking games here at Ken White Field for Maloney, picking the first one or picking the last one? His second interception of the season.
I mean, Lorenzo, they got to take Malone out of the game. He's not okay.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like he's himself, but I mean, players as players, you'll just say, hey, I'm making mistakes. I'm the one that's not stepping up. Sometimes you may have to see a coach save a player from himself. Again, I'm wondering if he's feeling some type of lingering effect from that hit.
He'd only thrown 5 interceptions all season until now. Back-to-back picks? I don't think so.
Hey, but he brought you here. You got to give him a chance to bring you home.
Colbert to bust this thing wide open. He's still going. Inside of the 15. My goodness, somebody blow the whistle. First and goal, Reinhardt inside of the 10. The Eagles are rolling to a championship.
Yeah, speaking of bring them home, John Colbert trying to put the babies to bed, trying to finish the game for the Eagles. It's the third quarter, but Reinhardt, they can smell blood in the water.
We've got a flag and some talking after the play, and a player slow to rise behind it as well.
We got a late flag on the play. Judging by the reaction of some of the players on the field, it's going to come against number 23, Xavier Brantley. May have had some words for one of the U-Pike players.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. Hopefully, Bears man is all right. We are just suffering injury after injury right now in North Georgia. As a true freshman from Spartanburg in South Carolina, Elijah Roseborough is banged up.
Yeah, such a physical game, such a heated game on both sides, and we're seeing that bodies now falling to the floor, and again, that war of attrition at this point of the season. This is where your depth begins to get tested.
Still 2.5 to play in this third quarter. .2:37 to go in the third quarter. 45-21. Tensions boiling over on the field and in the stands. We've got some fans having a word in front of us as well.
Yeah, you can feel the tension. This is a big-time AAC rivalry, folks.
I can feel it up here. That's tense.
Of course, we want everybody to go home and safe and sound. We don't want anything bad to happen. But this is just what this game means. The stakes are at their highest, not just on the field, but between the fan bases as well.
Colbert tries to knife his way up in there, got a couple. Couldn't agree more, and I'm genuinely worried about a couple of the guys that have been injured for both of these teams. I mean, we've seen some Bears really shaken up. We saw an Eagle come off, not looking so hot with his leg and still seated as Rice. Really would like to see these guys be okay more than anything.
And you want to know what adds to the tension of this game? Again, last season, U-Pike a dominant victory against Reinhardt on their home field, 47-21. So the Eagles trying to return the favor. They came in with mean intentions on this game.
Right up the middle, tried to cut it back and tackled down just inside of the 15. Hitting them with the first down move, the chains selling.
And you got to keep feeding 5. I mean, you have a game plan, you have what you want to do, but you just got to keep feeding 5. You have to.
Couldn't agree more.
He's in that mode right now. You can tell. He's telling the coaches, hey, continue to give me the ball. Give me more chances. He's up to 161. He's trying to get up to 2 bills on the day.
His family stopped me at the half and said, hey, good to see you, you know, and he's got a great family. They're always here, love supporting their guy, and there he goes again. Colbert looking for pay dirt. He's got it. Knifes his way in for the score. Touchdown, Reinhardt Eagles. 45-21 extends even further. It's 51-21, Reinhardt University.
And Jock Colbert putting the finishing touches on what has been an absolutely amazing career here in Waleska. The GOAT, Jock Colbert, doing it again, his 4th touchdown of the day. And you can see the fans holding up 4. And that's not 4 points, that's 4 touchdowns. He's looking for number 5 for his jersey number 2.
58 seconds left in the third quarter. This one sails up away in between the uprights, and it's 52-21. This got out of control so quickly. This was a 2-possession game, and a battle to remember for years. This was an instant classic in the making, and suddenly things have fallen apart. One hit on Xavier Malone derailed Pikeville.
And this looks eerily similar to the game that these two teams had a season ago. It was 7-0 the entirety of the first half almost. U-Pike scored a touchdown late in the first half of that one. They went into halftime trailing 7-6, and then the floodgates just opened as U-Pike won at 47-21. We're seeing that here today. It was tight, it was back and forth, and then one play changing everything in this game. Adam Mawimba with that hit against Xavier Malone. Now the floodgates have opened for the Reinhardt side.
What a score for Colbert as the kickoff is away and going to skeeter into the end zone for a touchback. So again, 58 seconds left in this third quarter, and we're about to get a look at the offense of Pikeville again. Malone is standing in the huddle.
And I know that we've spoken about Xavier Malone maybe not exactly feeling like himself, but you got to give him a chance to go out on his shield. As we're getting a look at Jock Culver walking up and down the sideline. I've seen a lot of great running backs here at Reinhardt, so when I say that he's the greatest, I'm not, again, knocking anybody. That's just the type of legacy Jock Culver has put together over the course of his 4 years. It's coming all together for him in his last home game.
Malone's in trouble. Throws it, it's tipped and incomplete.
And what we are beginning to see is vintage Reinhardt. That Reinhardt defense taking control of this game. Reinhardt's All-American D-end, Emmanuel Olighton, looking for his 10th sack of the year. This is the Eagles that we've seen over the course of this last month and some change.
You ever heard the Smokey and the Bandit song when Sheriff Buford Justice comes onto screen?
That may be a little bit outside my range, brother. I won't lie to you.
Check down pass is caught. It's third down and medium.
I'm sorry. I saw you.
That's a good one. That's a good Atlanta movie.
You may have lost me. You may have lost me. Smokey and the Bandit?
Yeah.
You may have lost me.
That's some Americana right there.
When it come out?
I don't know, like way before me too, so.
It's a time thing.
It's a time thing. 30 seconds left in the third quarter.
Watch for some pressure. The Eagles, Maury Poindexter stalking from the edge.
Long ball, Malone over the middle, tipped and intercepted by Reinhardt at the midfield stripe. Nearly fell to the turf harmlessly, and just getting under the ball is the junior out of Rockmart, Braylon Jones, his third interception of the season.
And Reinhardt, the floodgates have firmly opened up here in Waleska, Georgia. The Reinhardt defense in total control of this one. The U-Pike Bears, their season looks to be coming to an end.
Back in Waleska as he is able to get a few yards. And so that will end this quarter. An interception, a quick carry down the edge. It's 2nd and 1. Headed to the fourth quarter. All Reinhardt, all Eagles leading big time in North Georgia.
Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Buffalo's Cafe for the football season.
Welcome back in North Georgia.
1 yard line.
Here's the give to Walker. Slides through 35-30. Look at all that space. Oh, baby. Headed for the house. Diving for the pylon. They're going to mark him out inside of the 1 yard line. 5-1. I'm not sure which, actually.
But you're Coach Miller, you're Coach Hennis. You're trying to close out a game. Who do you give the ball to? None other than the closer, Jamarion Walker.
I don't know if you caught Miller on screen on the edge of the camera as Walker ran by him, but he looks like he's losing by 4 possessions, not winning.
You know he's going to stay intense. He's going to stay after his guys. But you have to look at things from his perspective, and I'll allude more to it after this play.
Fourth quarter just getting started. We've only killed 50 seconds of it.
First and goal. Number 2. Timeout called Reinhardt.
But this is a perfect opportunity to discuss it when you look at things from Coach Miller's perspective. Coach Miller was the coach to bring Reinhardt to the highest heights the program had ever seen, taking them to a national championship game back in 2017, a consistent national qualifier in the national tournament. They've hosted countless playoff games. But last season, Reinhardt lost that conference unbeaten streak. It had been about 7 seasons since Reinhardt lost a conference game. And to not only lose to U-Pike, but the way that Reinhardt lost to U-Pike, losing in dominant fashion, U-Pike winning 47-21. So you know that this one means a lot to him and his program. And you can see it with the emotion, not just that he's showing, not just that his team is showing, but the entire Reinhardt fan base is showing.
14-10 left in the quarter. Trying to drive his way in and rolled over backwards. Second and goal for the Eagles. I mean, at this point, you're just content to burn clock. You can almost literally end this by getting the ball, taking a knee, and punting it every time.
Yeah, but you know, again, the way that U-Pike beat Reinhardt last season, you think Coach Miller's going to get into the red zone and not try to punch it in? You got another thing coming, man.
Watch out. Is that Taylor Jackson split out wide on the close side?
John Colbert going for touchdown number 5.
Drives his way inside of the 1, and he's in. Touchdown, Reinhardt Eagles. 52-21 extends even further. Reinhardt has dropped 58 points on the Pikeville Bears.
Cinco for Cinco. John Colbert, his 5th touchdown of the day.
Absolutely wild performance by John Colbert. I don't know what you say at this point.
Well,
this is a changed team. This is a team that had a grueling out-of-conference schedule. And the beginning of the year, you're saying, wow, they're losing all these games that we thought they would at least be extremely competitive in. The Lindsey Wilson game goes so well. They have been stellar in conference play in the AAC. And now they come up against the other team in the conference that's considered a powerhouse, and what do? They're shellacking them.
Yeah, you can see just a dominant performance from Reinhardt. This is a team with this type of energy, the way that we're seeing them right now. I don't think anybody wants to face them going into that national tournament.
We're back in North Georgia. They just hit him with a little swag surfing in the crowd, and they like that. Ball's away. And this will end up being a touchback. So the offense of Pikeville has the tallest order of the season by a long shot. I'm not even sure if it's possible. They need to score 38 points unanswered.
I'm from the school of never say never. 6-possession lead. Just air it out. See what you can do.
Malone is back in the game in the shotgun. Check down pass to the tailback. And he is hit low, rolls to the sideline as we've got players off the field and flags fly. A little scrum underway and some extracurriculars in the crowd. A little bit of pushing and shoving. We've got a helmet off and things clear up pretty quickly.
Yeah, there's going to be a personal foul on you, Pike. Trying to move that defensive back over near the benches. And that's a play that you put on your film in practice, but you can't do that in the game. That's unnecessary roughness. And now, from Reinhardt's perspective, you can't afford to have a player retaliate and potentially lose them for a playoff game next week.
Totally agree.
The crowd having fun out here.
Man. Vicious. I think we need some more bleachers. This is vicious. Long ball is incomplete. Good look. Trying to find that freshman again. He is covered up by Brighton Peters. Incredible day by Ty Perkins, who's a redshirt freshman out of Ohio, played at Marshall High.
Yeah, Ty Perkins, 3 touchdowns on the day. He did everything he could to will his team to a win, but it has just been too much from this Reinhardt defense.
Top left of your screen, standing alongside a photographer, is Bill Pop, Mr. Appalachian Athletic Conference.
But before he was that, he was Mr. Reinhardt, the former athletic director here at Reinhardt University.
And he's an incredible guy. In trouble. Going to run with the ball and flicks it across. Nice check down pass as he runs to move the chains. Got back to the original line of scrimmage. Short gain.
I think they're going to mark him just short.
From the 24.
Time winding down, 12 minutes remaining. 4th and very long for you, Pike. 4th and 11. And Coach Phipps was forced to call timeout.
That is absolutely hilarious. So timeout on the field. I'm being told that the comments on all the streams are flooded with people saying my homework is to watch Smokey and the Bandit. I guess that's fair. It's a little outdated. It's a good story, though. It's funny.
I'm not gonna lie. When you said it, you absolutely lost me.
Do you know who Burt Reynolds is?
I do know who Burt Reynolds is.
Yeah.
You know
what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. They know what I'm talking about. Go ask Al about Smokey and the Bandit. PA announcer here's a legend. Your dad will know. PA announcer here's a legend, icon in the Georgia high school football realm, and has been announcing sports at every level for decades. Al Bell, really cool dude. He's just next door. Love getting to see Al when we come out to game day. This has been a rambunctious environment, to put it lightly. A lot of fun here today. Really thrilled to have had you with us. I can only hope you've had as much fun as we've had. I've had a blast. Last second schedule ad here for the conference championship. Grateful to be a part of it.
And I think it was a great idea to move this game to 12 noon, give it the sort of solo coverage it deserves. Not a whole lot of big-time games in this time slot. This one taking center stage here in Waleska, Georgia.
So the offense of the Eagles, leading by 38 with 12 minutes to play, will take the field.
So now we're at the point in the game. I know that Reinhardt wants to keep that hammer down. Again, you start thinking about next week, start thinking about the playoffs, see if you can get some of your better players out and preserve them for what's going to be a tough road test next week. Reinhardt doesn't know where they're going yet. All they know is that they will be headed to the national tournament.
I am just floored by this performance. This is probably the best Reinhardt football performance I've seen in 3 or 4 years.
And this was a program response. This was what Coach Miller had in mind coming into this year. Again, the way that last season went, the way that U-Pike soundly beat Reinhardt at their home field in Pikeville, Kentucky, left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. This year's team returned a lot of talent from the last year version, and all those guys, they kept that memory close to them. They remember how it felt walking off that field, losing their chance at a conference championship, at an outright conference championship. They remember how it felt losing at the chance of making it to the national playoff, and they wanted to make sure that they did not have that feeling again. And you can tell they brought all of that frustration, all of that emotion into this matchup, and a dominant, resounding victory over the Bears.
11 minutes, 10 seconds to play. Second and medium for the Reinhardt Eagles. Walker tries to slip the first, and he'll get 2 yards before he goes down and make it 3rd down and 2.
Tackle was made by 17 Brett Coleman, 4.
And there was that moment where it felt like the game was in the balance and U-Pike had their chances to keep up. And then in that third quarter, it just seemed like Reinhardt hit a different gear. They hit another level. And that's the separator. That's where you see the good teams and the great teams begin to separate themselves. Who can hit that next gear as the game goes on? Reinhardt had troubles finding that second gear throughout this season, falling apart in that Cumberland game, falling apart in that Southeastern game down the stretch, losing the lead against Lindsey Wilson, but they seem to be putting it all together now.
Oh my goodness. Walker rumbling midfield strike 40, down for the 30 as he is trucked out of play. They'll mark him down near that spot. What a carry.
What a carry indeed. And if you've had enough of number 5, Jock Colbert, well, say hello to number 6, Jamarion Walker. It's a long day no matter which running back they throw out there on the field.
.9:45 still on the clock. Reinhardt leading by 6 possessions, a 38-point advantage. I just can't even, I've never seen a conference championship football game end like this. Feels like when TCU made it to the national championship.
Yeah, and then they make it and you're like, man, how did you get here?
This is going to be a give again to Walker, who slides his way up the middle. Pretty much since the moment Malone took that hit, this was over.
We got the Woodstock native Isaiah Payton in the game, the Cherokee County homegrown product.
There he is, right up the middle. Nowhere to go.
On the carry, 32, Isaiah Payton. Tackle made by Xavier Bond.
Now we're starting to see some of those U-Pike fans hit the exit.
They got the play button up. They got it on the field.
Not a surprise to see that. It is a long ride back to Pikeville, Kentucky, so unfortunate for them to be trailing by this much. And They're going to try to beat the traffic.
Great crowd today. It's going to take a while to get out of here. We will probably have a post-game interview, certainly some post-game coverage, as the give on the end around. Big guy rumbling forward as he dives for the 20.
Number 11, Charles River. Fourth and 2.
We're going to try to grab. We kind of decided before the game we'd try to get a couple of the winners. Wasn't sure if that would be Phipps or Miller or who, Malone, Jackson, whatever. Looks like it's going to be a couple of Eagles. We'll see if we can't get Mwimba up here as well as Colbert. Now the field goal. Call up your local fast food chain, see if you can't get a 60 burger on a platter. 6:47 to go as they add a field goal to their commanding lead, 62-21.
Now this for domination. You put up 69 at home last week. You follow that up with a 62-point performance this week. Reinhardt firmly feeling it, and you can tell the fans, they're enjoying it as well.
My goodness, just unbelievable. We will take a break and return in the midst of a blowout. Welcome back in North Georgia. Southeast Sports Network, college football, 6:47 to play in the fourth quarter. Fielded on the goal line. Pikeville Bears 20. Takes a hit and goes down.
On the return, number 19, Maurice Davis. Tackle made by number 40, Casey Jones, for the Eagles.
Six minutes, 41 seconds left. Is it time to start talking about maybe postseason predictions? How far can this Reinhardt team go looking the way that they've looked over these last few weeks?
Man, I think it just depends on who the draw is, but could go a long way. I think either one of these teams could have gone a long way in the postseason. This man has rolled over.
Well, I don't know. I don't know after this one. But definitely Reinhardt, a team. We've seen how dangerous they can be all year. And like you said, they were losing those non-conference games, but it was one play here, one play there that could have changed it. Just a bit of a tweak, a bit of a move that they could have made. And it felt like they just progressively got better as the season went on and now playing their best ball of the year.
Check down pass as he can't escape and is forced off.
Number 2, George Williams.
Nice little catch and a short carry for Williams. Inside of 6 minutes to go as the clock continues to roll in a 41-point lead.
It'll be 3rd and 3. Number 25. Your pass is 3rd down.
Man, tensions are high.
Want to hear something interesting?
I do.
Coming into the season, the preseason favorite in the AAC, as voted on by the coaches, the U-Pike Bears, came in as the preseason favorite. They had one more point in the voting than Reinhardt. Reinhardt came in at number 2 for the first time in 8 seasons. Reinhardt wasn't picked to be the preseason conference champ.
That's interesting.
Very interesting indeed.
Darius Jordan, a true freshman out of Burke County. Limited time this year. He has seen some snaps, but in the AAC Conference Championship, Reinhardt has got the rotation in. I mean, they're 3-4 players deep at every position. This is away as the sun pokes through. Ball rolls back all the way to the 25-yard line.
First and 10 for the Eagles at the 25-yard line.
And now we're starting to see Reinhardt go to some of their depth pieces here. A lot of those starters, their days are going to be over with because they're in preparation now for what's going to be a tough task of trying to trudge their way through that national gauntlet.
Correction, first and 10 from the 26-yard line.
Right up the middle, given off by Kinnaman, the junior from Varnell. He's at Cahola Creek High School, actually. Colts have a beautiful venue just northeast of Dalton. .4:12 to play. We will have a trophy presentation immediately following the game. We will do our best to carry that. We'll have it. It's just a question of like what that will look like for you at home. We're definitely going to have video of it.
It's going to be some trial and error, you know. It's the first of its kind, first AAC championship. So, you know, it's a first for us as well.
3:40 on the clock. 62-21. They give. Pinball's off one and taken down after a gain of 5, almost 6. Second down and medium. 3:22 to play.
And Reinhardt really showing off that depth now. That's Chris Barnes, number 34 from Arabian Mountain. Barnes had a touchdown 2 weeks ago against Rio Grande. He's a very effective running back in his own right. Someone who may not get a ton of snaps due to the depth of that running back room, but is a very talented back that Reinhardt has at their disposal.
Tailback slides around one, midfield stripe. He goes down, but that moves the chains.
Gotta love what you're seeing from Isaiah Payton, the Cherokee County native, doing work for his hometown institution.
5th on the depth chart. He's had some time, though, this year. Already had 24 carries entering the game. And they've spotted the ball at the 50, a short break with 2:35 to play. So we've got a player slow to rise. So again, we will try to bring up Coach. We will try to bring up Jock Olbert. We're going to try to get Mwimba to talk about today's game. Wishing the best of luck to Phipps and the Bears in the offseason and going forward into 26-27.
Like to remind all fans, no one is allowed on the field after the game.
Reinhardt Eagles are going to advance into the national playoff.
Thank you.
Clock continues to run, 2:25 on it as Kinnaman gives the ball. Oh, he slides through 40, 35, 30, and he's dragged down. 1st and 10, Reinhardt.
And you see the hunger that Chris Barnes has when he's carrying the football. like letting a dog off the leash, trying to give him a chance to get involved. Again, we're seeing that depth at that running back spot pay dividends for this Reinhardt offense.
Timeout on the field or the 2-minute warning. 62-21. The conclusion of this and the trophy presentation nearby. College football in North Georgia, as it's the Appalachian Athletic Conference Championship, drives his way forward for a couple of yards.
Pick up a 5, second and 5, from the 25.
I'm not even sure what that meant, but it was good. 62-21, 90 seconds to play.
Let me get the mic, too. You got the little mic, just so if they try to stop me, I show what I'm doing. Where is that? Oh, nah. You ain't got the other one? Stand alone?
And they're giving Miller a bath on the sideline. 51 seconds on the clock. Reinhardt has won. Congratulations to the Reinhardt Eagles, who claimed the first of its kind Appalachian Athletic Conference Football Championship in unbelievable fashion, commanding a 41-point win over a team that everybody said this is going to come down to the wire. 62-21, Reinhardt Eagles have gone final on their home turf over the Pikeville Bears. Congratulations to Reinhardt University on what was an unbelievable showing. Handshake line underway. We will have a trophy presentation. Phipps and Miller a moment together at midfield.
That's your ball game. From Ken White Stadium, your score. Reinhardt University, 62.
As we'll get through the handshake line and move into the trophy presentation.
I'd like to remind all fans to please remain off the playing field. Please remain off the playing field. We have a ceremony after the game.
That is the commissioner of the Appalachian Athletic Conference, Bill Pop, along with Coach Phipps of the U-Pike Bears.
Please check around the areas you're sitting, and if you have any trash, please discard of it.
Just an unbelievable showing.
Safe trip home. Thank you for coming.
Reinhardt put together a performance to remember for sure. I really feel like it was all sparked by that one hit on Malone. You get rid of that, and this game would have been right down to the wire. Malone took a rocking hit and just never was able to recover from it. Threw back-to-back INTs after only throwing 5 all season long. We got some pushing and shoving on the field.
Go to the far side of the end zone. All Reinhardt players, please go to the far side of the end zone at this time. All Reinhardt players, please go to the far side.
Still trying to get this sorted out.
Players, please go to the far side of the end zone. All Reinhardt players, please report to the far side of the end zone.
Still breaking this up, and coaches and staff have done so effectively. Still waiting for post-game ceremony, and so we'll step aside for just a moment and return in Waleska. 62-21 the final.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Buffalo's Cafe for the football season.
We didn't come to fix Marco's brakes because it was convenient or fast. We did it because Marco has bigger fish to fry. And a lot of hungry people to feed. Kraus Family Ford. Passion drives purpose.
Is it time yet?
It's time.
Let's start time for dinner.
Oh, terrific.
Donating pet food is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Welcome back on the Southeast Sports Network. And we've got the awards ceremony. And that is Bill Popp in the gray presenting the banner and the award to the Reinhardt Eagles.
In 25-26 football AAC champions, Eagles of Reinhardt University.
Huge congratulations to the Reinhardt Eagles on their championship victory over the U-Pike Bears. Absolutely dominant. I'm assuming they're going to get another photo or two here. We're still waiting on Lorenzo Robinson is down, gathering up James Miller, Mwimba, and Colbert. If we can get them, we're going to bring them up, talk to them about their performance today, the big win. And I'll be quite frank, I'm flabbergasted. I thought this would be a last-second, down-to-the-wire, one-possession, maybe a two-possession game, maybe. But on paper, and the way these two historically have played, I am blown away with what we've seen today. Reinhardt looked fantastic. Pikeville just fell apart, but I think it really all stems back to the quarterback being shaken up. They were on track until Malone took that shot. It absolutely rocked him. He threw back-to-back picks afterward, and from then on, that was it. It was basically over. Lorenzo appears to be on the hunt. He's actually on camera. It's in yellow on the bottom right of your screen. Bill Popp, the commissioner of the Appalachian Athletic Conference, presenting the award to Reinhardt University. We will have the volleyball championship coming up next on the Southeast Sports Network for the AAC. Live from Kingsport, Tennessee, Dean Jackson on the call. Be sure to join us for all the action there. It's been a really exciting tournament. CIU back and seeking the title again. CIU's been unstoppable in women's volleyball for so long. They just cannot lose. So we're going to get Colbert first, who just had more than a career day. That's probably one of the better rushing performances I've ever seen at any level.
I need to stand at?
Just anywhere. There's a camera right here in this other window, and we should be able to get you on camera. We'll see. I think we got him. Kinda. Maybe this wasn't a good plan. Maybe we need to use the other camera. Yeah, we do have another camera. We'll see. This is Mr. Colbert on camera, and I'm assuming you can hear me pretty well.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good. Awesome. Well, nice performance today, man. I mean, that was
Appreciate
just
it. Appreciate
unreal from beginning to end. Going to try to get a better look of you on camera here. You finished with 19 carries, 186 yards, the long of 65 to start the game, 4 touchdowns. I mean, oh my gosh, how are you feeling? You have to feel amazing.
I feel energized. I feel great, honestly. This game was dedicated to my cousin who passed last week, so these past 2 games I've been playing for him, and I got a big chip on my shoulder. I want to go far.
I'm very sorry to hear about your cousin. Definitely can sense the chip. I mean, that was immediate, off the rip, out of the gate, took it to the house. How were you feeling after that second touchdown? That was a tone setter, I felt like.
Oh, that second one, I don't know, honestly. I don't know how to feel about that one. It was just something that just happened. It was unreal. Something I've never done before. I just played football, man.
Your third touchdown is perhaps the greatest escape I've ever seen.
Yeah.
A quick out route, the close sideline. I think you were at the 30. You slipped 1, then 2, and then you were trapped by a couple, and you just kept the legs driving.
Yeah.
I mean, did you think you were going to get out of that, or were you like, oh, I'm definitely going down right here?
Honestly, I thought I was down. I thought I was going down, and then, got people with me, got myself, and I strive, I practice, and something I work on, and got out of there somehow.
Did you ask Coach for a fifth? Were you like, let me get another?
Nah.
We were thinking 5 for 5 up here on the broadcast.
I wouldn't think about it, man.
That was great. What a way to cap the season. I am just blown away by that offensive performance. We were thinking, or at least I was thinking, it would be a 1 or 2 possession game. A 40-point win is wild.
Yeah.
What do you think about the playoffs next week? Are you excited about that? Are you still trying to live in the moment?
I'm excited for the playoff next week. I don't know where we're going, how far it's going to be, but wherever we go, I'm going to be ready. My team going to be ready. Eagles, wherever we go, we're there. We're ready to play some football.
Lorenzo just declared you the greatest running back in school history on the broadcast today. I got to say I agree. I mean, statistically, the way you play, the swagger you play with, Lorenzo is here with me. I mean, this career performance, what a cap to the regular season career of Colbert.
Absolutely, and doing it here at Ken White Field on senior day, leaving this Reinhardt program as the all-time leading rusher. I just have this question for you. What does the Reinhardt football program mean to you, Mr. Jock Colbert?
The Reinhardt football program means a lot to me. Without this program, I probably wouldn't be here today or be the man that I am right now. My freshman year, as you know, I wanted to leave, but I stuck through it. Through Coach Miller telling me don't quit every day, I stuck through it. Now I'm here my last home game as a senior at Ken White Field, and it's surreal, honestly. Reinhardt has done a lot for me within school, my grades, even stuff outside of that stuff. They helped me a lot, and I just love this school, man. It's a great place to be.
186 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns. Congratulations to you again, and thank you for being with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Really incredible performance from Mr. Colbert today. I mean, it got better and better, and I didn't think it could get any better than it was.
Yeah, and it seemed like just as the game went on, he just continued to put his stamp on it, continued to make highlight reel plays, and really he's done that over the course of his career. Just a tremendous player.
Impressive stuff. Any word on Mwimba and Miller? Do you think we're going to be able to get them?
Let me work on that.
Okay, all right. We're going to try and get Mwimba and Miller. We're going to try and see if we can. Real quick, I will send you to break, and when we return, we will touch base with these guys. I think we got Mwimba coming up right now, so we might not even take a break, actually. We're going to be brave. We're going to keep it here. Congratulations again to Colbert, man. Such a nice guy. Really, really unbelievable performance. Well-deserved recognition there. And Lorenzo, I think you're right. I mean, it's so bold to call a player, one of the best of anything in program history while they're still playing, but I really got to agree with you. I mean, that was just unreal today, and he's had an unreal regular season career and finishes with 1,000 yards again. And now we've got a guy who is an absolute menace off of the edge at linebacker, laid a hit like you wouldn't believe today that I think ended the football game. And, making it about today, I think minimizes a season for a guy who's getting some important camera time after winning a conference championship. This isn't just about today. This is about a season performance from Wimba. Thanks for being with us, Gabe Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson here, talking to you. I know we're kind of off to the side, but, man, how are you feeling? You laid some lumber today. You made some big plays.
Man, I feel good. I was just happy to be out there back out with my guys and to make a play.
Absolutely, absolutely. And speaking on that play, the game was sort of touch and go. It was what we've been used to seeing between Reinhardt and you, Pike. It was a close back and forth game. It seemed like you had the play that energized your team. How do you feel that play really turned the tide for your squad today?
It was kind of a slow-paced game sometimes, and we just needed to turn over to flip the switch, man. Good things happen when 11 on the field.
Did you feel like the whole offense had changed after you were able to hit Malone? You forced that fumble. He comes back in, he throws back-to-back INTs. That was all we talked about the rest of the game. I brought it up probably a dozen times, right? He was not the same after that from where I sat. Did it feel that way on the field to you?
Yeah, the ball was coming out a lot faster. He was really indecisive with it, and it showed. The hit showed.
Yeah, he just was not the same after that. Great hit.
Yes,
absolutely, absolutely. And it's been sort of an up and down season for you. You've had your moments where you've led the team in tackles in certain games, and then certain things happen. You deal with injuries and such. How do you feel like you're playing right now heading into the playoffs, and then how do you feel like your defense is playing heading into the playoffs?
It's not about me. It's about those other 11 guys that I play with. It's about those guys that are in the locker room, those guys on the scout team, and those coaches in the meeting room. It's about just being there for your brothers, and we just hoping to take another step forward. We're going to smile about it today, and then we might laugh about it tomorrow, and then it's back to work Monday.
So you finished with 3 sacks on the season, 6 tackles for loss, 3 forced fumbles, another 7 tackles today to go with an already impressive 37 from the middle of the field. Those numbers are unreal. Did you envision yourself having a season like this before the year kicked off, or even when you were playing in high school, did you think, I'm going to go on and be this good at the collegiate level?
I think it's all about having faith in myself, and I want more for myself. If this is the end, it's the end. But if I have another one, I might choose to use it, and I just want more for myself. It's nice to have those, but I know I can do a lot more.
Absolutely. And now I got to ask you, I know you don't know where you're going yet. You don't know who you're playing. But what do you think about you and your team's chances going into the postseason?
We just got to keep our head down, keep working, keep coming in every day trying to get better, and the sky's the limit.
Wimba, thanks for joining us, man. Really appreciate your time. Congratulations on an unbelievable conference championship.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Just an incredible performance from him today. That was awesome.
It was an incredible performance from him and that entire defense. It felt like after that hit, he really helped that defense sort of flip a switch. But really these last few weeks, we've been seeing some vintage Reinhardt defense and hits like that, plays like that. With this team playing the way that they're playing, again, they're going to be a very tough out going into that national tournament.
I don't know how you compete with a program that hot. I've not ever seen them that hot. They were on fire from kickoff to close and did not make many mistakes. Literally scored on almost every possession. Just unreal. James Miller. I don't think we're going to be able to get Coach Miller. I know he got dumped on towards the end, caught the Gatorade bucket.
Hold on, I'm trying to
find him. I'm trying to find him. I don't even see him on the field right now. And if we can't get Miller, maybe Coach Burton, the athletic director of Reinhardt University. Otherwise, we will send you on your way. While we try to grab them a short break, we'll return with more coverage from the AAC Football Championship.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that the big homie needs help too. You can't just rebound from everything. I know you've been grinding.
Let's go.
But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. I wonder why we waited so long. I'm not wondering anymore. Love, your mind. Let's see how far we can go.
Is it time yet?
It's time.
Punch down time for dinner.
Oh, terrific.
Donating pet food is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
We are back in North Georgia at University Stadium, where Reinhardt just posted an absolutely commanding victory over the Pikeville Bears. And here is the man that orchestrated it all, the head coach of Reinhardt University, James Miller, joining us. Coach, you got to be feeling pretty good.
No, awesome feeling. Kids did a great job. It starts with them. They made the decision to buy into what we do and how we do it. Our coaching staff did an incredible job preparing our players. I thought we had a great week of preparation. I told them if we win the turnover margin, if we out-physical them, and we did those things, and we were very fortunate to come out on top. That's a great football team across the way, and just super proud of our kids, though. They played so hard.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, Coach, just with the way that things went against that football team one season ago, things sort of getting away from you, how does it feel to now be on this side at home with your home crowd behind you and to be able to have that sort of second-half performance?
What an atmosphere, man. This place was packed. It was rocking and rolling. The guy on the DJ today did a heck of a job in the second half. He had this place rolling, man. It was awesome. Awesome experience. What they do offensively is tough to stop, and we just got to keep playing one play at a time. We can't worry about the next. We got to focus on the now, and our kids did an unbelievable job. Like I said, they completely bought in. I'm so proud of them, so proud of their effort from, everybody, all phases. They played as hard as I've seen them play, and they wanted it bad. They've been itching to get this one. I told them Monday, I've been thinking about this game 365 days, and I've been waiting on this one, and, it's definitely a rivalry, so we're going to get after it.
Well, I see you got a dry shirt already. I noticed you got dunked on there at the end.
I did. That was cold.
It felt like a big momentum game for you guys, and it felt like everything changed with a big hit on Malone. And I thought on the broadcast, and I'm not asking you to speculate on that, especially if you don't want to, I felt like he got shaken up, but they kept him in. At the very least, I think it ruined his confidence. Do you think that hit Moimba delivered was the turning point in the game?
Absolutely. I think the turnover was for sure. I think it was a huge turning point. I think, he came back in because he's a fifth-year senior. He's put a lot into it. He's invested a lot. He's a really good kid from everything that Corey's told me. And that's why he came back in the game. He's fighting for his teammates, fighting for his team. I would expect our quarterback to do the same thing. I think it rattled him. And then he gets back in there and throws another one. And I think it was kind of lights out from there. But we kept telling our kids, you can't stop playing, because with how they are offensively, they can score 3 touchdowns in 3 minutes. So I just kept telling them, keep playing, the next play, and they did it and did a fabulous job.
After throwing only 5 interceptions all season long, it was wild to see him throw picks on back-to-back possessions, first play of the possession. Just a testament to how incredible this Reinhardt Eagle defense is.
No, we thought we had a really good plan on defense coming in, and we thought we could make him throw some interceptions possibly, but we also knew he was a really good football player, and we got out there and our DBs did exactly what they were coached to do all week, and it showed up on Saturday, and it's a testament to Keon McGee and Coach BG for getting those guys prepared and ready. And then it's a full team deal, though. The D-line putting pressure on them, the blitz there that created the fumble. I think all that stuff plays into account with the multiple turnovers.
Absolutely. And with the trials and tribulations of last season and it not really ending the way that this program is used to, not making the playoffs for the first time in 7 seasons, does it really give you an appreciation for moments like these when you can celebrate an outright conference championship at home?
Yeah, I mean, where we were, when we were 1-3, we had our backs against the wall. I think everybody had to look in the mirror and dig deep. I think everybody had to, just kind of, why do we play? Why do we do what we do? And I think we did that. And I told our guys, we gotta keep getting better every week. It can't be about who we're playing. It's got to be about how we play. And they bought into that and bought into what we're doing. And I think we're playing good football right now. Now all that stuff gets washed out, here in the next 24 hours. But I told the kids they need to enjoy this. Winning football is hard. It's not easy. It's not easy to win games ever, and it just keeps getting harder every year. And with everything you got going on, I'm going to cherish these moments. I'm going to go home with my wife and kids and play with them and watch the Georgia game, and I'll probably have a cold one probably. So
well deserved.
Oh yeah. So I'm excited.
Coach, congratulations. Appreciate you joining us, and congrats on a great year.
Hey, you guys are fantastic, especially you. I don't know about Lorenzo.
Oh, man, yeah.
But you guys, you guys do such a great job, such a great broadcast. You put a spotlight on kids that maybe don't get the spotlight they deserve, and it's phenomenal, and I appreciate you, appreciate this university, Coach Burton, Dr. Roberts, everybody involved. It's a full team effort. We have full support from everybody involved, and go Eagles.
Go Eagles,
well deserved.
Man.
Congrats again, Coach. Appreciate you joining us. That is Coach James Miller, head coach of the Reinhardt University Eagles, with us and celebrating his big win, the first ever of its kind, an outright win for the championship on his home turf in Waleska, Georgia. And now joining us, this guy, his name is Taylor Jackson. He is the quarterback of this football team and truly a troublemaker, as I'm sure you're ready to find out right now. Taylor, thanks for being with us, man.
I appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it.
Taylor, a nice game from you today. I immediately noted, okay, he's been out on 3 possessions and hasn't thrown the ball yet. Was that the game plan? Were you worried that you hadn't gotten to throw it after a couple of drives?
So we came into the game with a game plan. The other head coach made a comment saying that their defense is fit to stop the run. So it was a big emphasis on running the football, and pretty much, we're going to pound the rock. If you watch our film, we're going to run the football, and you're going to have to stop us. And you don't have to just stop one person. You got to stop Jock Colbert, Jamarion Walker. You got to stop me. You got to stop Ethan Rice. You got to stop Braden Bohannon. There's a lot of guys on this offense that you have to play. You have to pick your poison. And it was a big emphasis on running the football. And we knew we were going to take a couple shots, and we were going to have an opportunity once we run the football so much. It was going to open up. So the big touchdown to Xavier Brantley. It was going to come regardless of what was going on.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you spoke on that touchdown to Xavier Brantley. It seems like at that moment it was a one-possession game. The game was sort of in the balance. But you always seem to rise to the occasion in those moments. What is it about those big-time turning point clutch situations that really seems to get you going?
I think it goes all around. I love those moments. Everybody loves a close game, and you're able to stay on top. But man, it's for lack of better words, it's demoralizing to get beat by 40. it is demoralizing. And that big play with Xavier Brantley, we knew it was coming. We had sit on the sideline. We have iPads now on the sideline, so we're able to see it. You know, we're able to come back to it and stuff like that, and we're able to talk. You know, if you can't see me on the sideline, I'm passing headsets back and forth, whether I'm talking to our coordinator or I'm talking to coaches on the sideline. You know, we're gonna have those big plays come up for us, and it is very demoralizing to run the football. You know, we're gonna run the football down your throat, and to pop up a big play over the top, you have to play for it, and if you don't, those big plays are just gonna come.
What did Hennis have to say after you? You know, if you were Tom Brady, I'd say you threw a 35-yard touchdown to Colbert, but I'm going to say it was a little pitch, and then he took it to the house. Yeah, what was that like on the sideline from the pocket for you watching him break those tackles?
So I just tossed it out there. We have, you know, the biggest thing for me is to get athletes to football. John Colbert, I mean, you see it. I mean, you watch these games. He's a heck of an athlete. He's a one-of-a-kind talent that sometimes you just can't explain stuff. And putting the ball in his hands, good things happen. And that's just what you have to do. I mean, I threw the ball 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage and it went for 30 yards. I just sit back and watch.
Great touchdown pass.
It's really a blessing to have those athletes with you. So I mean, just give him the rock, let him do what he does.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you could see just the fun that all you guys were having on the sideline when you felt like the game was in hand. You guys were dancing, hitting the swag surf. What are the vibes like going in and playing against a team that beat you the way that they did last year to come back and do what you did here on your home field?
It's a morale booster. You definitely, you live for those types of feelings. And, everybody's always like, want to chase that high. That's my high is, with those guys on the field and, being able to, have fun and dance in situations where you don't have to worry so much. We got that big lead. Now you can sit back and you kind of get a little, I wouldn't say comfortable because you never want to get complacent. You never want to get comfortable. But it does come down to that situation where in situations like that, we're just, we're getting what we want on the field. So on the sidelines, you get to have a little fun. The defense is doing a heck of a job. I mean, 3 interceptions is awesome. KP with his, there's, the pick six, those situations and having a defense like that allows you to do stuff like that on the sideline, and it is a big morale booster, and you gotta love situations like that.
Taylor, appreciate you joining us. Congratulations on the conference championship and a great regular season, and good luck in the playoffs next week.
I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
I'll be watching. That is Taylor Jackson, the quarterback of Reinhardt University, wrapping up his final year of college football with a big home win. And, of course, Al Bell, the iconic public address announcer, making his way down the stairs there in the center of your screen. Lorenzo, that's going to do it for our coverage today. Before we send folks on their way, your brief final thoughts on this.
Reinhardt regaining their rightful place atop the AAC. Eagles outright AAC champs, and the playoffs await.
Playoffs await. Again, your final score, a massive 62-21 win.